Yeah, so definitely it's been a while. But yeah, last time, if memory serves, um, you know, you guys were wow. The only thing I really remember, to be honest, I mean, if you guys can fill in the blanks if you want, is that you guys did find uh, Aloysia Luger's great aunt, who had been mutated into one of the perfected, and I know that isn't the only thing that happened, but that is the only thing I remember happening. Well, aside from you guys going to the VIP to Deck D to um, get one of the EVA pods and cut the Avalanos free. Let's see. Oh yeah, no. I also remember the fact that if memory serves, the by this point the station had um, finished mutating and was also trying to use your ship's FTL to escape. Um, but yeah, so you guys are on Deck D. If memory serves, so we have Zavadska and Andrea cutting the Avalonis free for the next like 3 hours. Um, so you guys have some time. What do you want to do? Like, what's the remainder of your plan?
All right, so where do we got to go to get control of the engines?
Let's see. Good question. Um, I think Deck B, but I will double check if there's something specific that the
All
scenario
right,
says.
while you're looking for that, so party vote. Uh, do we want to go after Tommy or not?
Hey Emily,
Good morning.
are we on a time crunch here?
Well, let me
Uh,
just to recap. So the station. So previously you weren't. You obviously wanted to get away from the station as soon as possible, but the problem is that
Yep.
um, because your ship is still lodged in the station is actually, now that it's fully mutated, it is trying to use your ship's FTL drive to go to light speed and escape the system, and basically spread this infection all over the colonies.
Didn't we fix that?
You were working on a virus to deal with that, but it's not done.
Wonderful. Um,
yeah, because we ended last session with chilling in the VIP bay until virus was.
Oh, so that's still what you want to commit to?
No, I totally forgot that we needed to get control of the engine. So if the virus doesn't work, send the station in.
so do we have anyone trying to stop it from happening yet, or
Trying to stop what from happening?
the ship using ours to spread the infection?
Um, Nobody has done anything to prevent that. Like basically you got a hail from your ship crew saying like, "Hey, our FTL drive is spooling up. We can't stop it." Um, so it's clear that the station is doing this, but nobody has actually done anything um to actually avert that. And also in answer to your um in answer to your question, Tom, in terms of the thrusters, as I'm looking at this right now, um, you can. Where the hell? I was just looking at this shit. Sorry. Piloting station. You can. I would just say it's you can do it from deck B, the operations center.
Okay. Uh, so wait, so did anybody vote on Tommy?
We didn't. Well, Grace asked the question of like, are we on like a time crunch, and I gave that answer. So nobody has
Okay.
voted yet, from my understanding.
Yeah. So
Or Tommy?
we should probably try to divert at least a bit of attention to slowing down the process of the ship. so that doesn't become a overarching issue that we can't fix and end up pulling things out of proportion.
How do you
Um,
how do you want to do that?
well, we're gonna have to get a tech in there, and we're probably gonna make sure that they're protected.
Are we talking on our ship or
Um, well, we gotta figure out where would be the best. It'll probably be on the. We'll stick on the ship we're on currently and
What's what now?
try to try to stop the process.
Well, in terms of the FTL drive, so what I'll will remind you of is that so the Avalanos is still lodged in the station. What you do have going on right now, the good news is that you have two NPCs who are cutting the ship free, and they did, they succeeded on the rolls um, to do that. So they are going to be able to cut the ship free, but it's going to be a very close call. Like they'll be able to do it, but just by the skin of their teeth,
Okay.
barring any unforeseen complications. But that's hypothetical.
Yeah. So do we want to take that risk, or do we want to send in a bit more aid?
well, I thought last time we asked if we can stop this and there's a way to stop it.
You mean stopping stopping the FTL
Oh, like
drive or
yeah.
well, like I said, the station, the reason it's able to access your FTL drive is because the ship is physically lodged into the station. If you remove the ship from the station can't use the FTL drive. So that's how you thwart its plan. And if you want to actually kill the station, well, there's the virus. If you want to basically save it, or you can just get the access to the thrusters and chuck it in the black hole.
So I don't know if there's a way to stop them taking over
Taking
our
over what?
system without pulling off without I don't know if there's a way to stop it unless you can come up with an in character reason and Cody agrees then because that was discussed last time. Nothing we could do except get the ship. So that's why we put.
Yeah, because I'll also, as a reminder, mention the fact that the ship, like the crew aboard the Avalanos, mentioned they tried shutting down the FTL drive, but whatever the station was doing was like overriding commands and manual stuff that they were trying to do to the drive. Like it has your drive in its clutches, and removing the ship from the station is the only way you can really deal with that. And you are working to do that. It's just the question is that you know steering back on course to the short term because you've got 3 hours before the NPC crew cuts the ship free. What do you want to do in that time?
Um, how far along is the virus being worked on?
The virus is in sync with the team that's cutting the ship free. So basically, once the ship is free, the virus is done.
Okay. Um, then where would we need to like put the virus after it's done?
So the whole station is more or less mutated into a monster, like basically a living being, and they're like skeletal structures, veins, like power conduits have turned into veins and all this other crazy shit. So the virus, basically, you can administer it anywhere and with whatever delivery method you want. Like pretty much whatever you like. Your imagination's the limit. So what's the plan?
So again, my question is
Yeah.
what is everybody's thoughts of Tommy? Do we want to try rescuing him, or wait until the virus spreads and then try to rescue him?
Do we know anything about Tommy?
You know where he is.
Okay.
Like, because
So we
basically,
don't know.
sweet.
So we don't know if there's a what the progression is of his mutation, if at all.
yeah, you don't exactly. You don't know if he's been mutated. You don't know if he's just being held hostage. Um, you have his PDT readout, and you know where like which deck he's on and which room he's in,
Right.
but you don't know what the situation. Well, you do know what the situation in the room was, is in there were numerous fucking cocoons in there, and it was basically like the heart of the hive. Um, but obviously, a lot of time has passed, and you don't know what that situation is now.
Great.
The longer the time passes, the less chance that he won't just be another monster.
Yep.
And that was what the whole thing with the virus was, is if we wait to the virus, if he's still human, he won't be affected by the virus.
Well, and now I will point out that, like I said before, um, the virus is something like I likened it before to something like rabies or anthrax, where yes, it's a fast-acting, um, you know, virus, but it's not like it just instantly kills you once it's administered. Like it has to spread and multiply itself through the system, like the living functions of this protohive, and it's a giant ass space station, so it's going to take some time.
All right. So, so here comes a question: is everybody up to full health and zero on stress?
Yeah, because we were chilling in the VIP lounge at the end of last session. So
Well, I will note
definitely.
that Arthur, well, yeah, I would say Arthur is probably fully healed by this point because I noticed he had some damage. Um, well, the question is how long are you going? Because I know before you said 3 hours, but are you still going to wait 3 hours at the VIP bay, or are you going to do stuff in the meantime?
Well, the one thing I want to do during that time is go get control of the engines.
Okay.
So
So,
we'll shift up to B. But the question was was Tommy. Do we want to push for Tommy, or do we just want to just let him go and we see what happens after the virus?
What's the reward if we save him?
$10 million.
And my
What?
thing is we've got, how many do we have? 2 or 3 players that have crits already that were going to be gimped going
We
into the fight.
have, I mean, I know Gunny got a concussion, I believe, or was it? No, he got a broken arm and a concussion. I don't remember what your
Yeah,
crits are.
I'm down 2 crits.
So let's see who else. Arthur got broken ribs, and I don't know if anybody else. Ellen doesn't. So I know at least Arthur and Gunny have.
Where does it show that?
If you look on your sheet,
Martin got attacked by one of those things.
yeah, if you look on your sheet
Petals.
under, scroll to the bottom of the general tab under critical injuries, it'll show the crits you have.
Oh yeah, I've got a concussion apparently.
Okay, so you've got 3 people with crits.
And that's,
And
I have a feeling it's going to be a tough fight with all those damn eggs.
is that where he is?
Yeah,
he's
that room
a
where we
deck above
sealed with
you.
the eggs. That's where he's at.
Oh, with all the eggs and the
Well,
zombies. Oh,
not
great.
necessarily eggs as so much as cocoons.
Coons,
Right.
eggs, same
You
thing.
sneeze and all of a sudden we're covered in fucking, you know.
Yep. To me, it's not worth it, but I just wanted to see what the party thought.
What good's a reward if you ain't around to use it?
So pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so my understanding is it's a vote on no to go after Tommy because I'm not hearing everybody go, wait, we should save him. Okay, so
Yeah,
if
So
I
I
I
can,
think
vote for no.
all right.
I'll start it. I vote no.
Okay, so 1 for no.
Yeah, who cares?
Nope.
So
My position is what good's a reward if you ain't around to use it.
yeah, so that's 3 in favor of no.
Yeah, that's also a no. Very.
So 4 and
I
out
wish we
of
could do more, but no.
6 present players, that's a hell. Even if all 7 were present, that'd be a majority vote. So, R.I.P. Tommy.
Yeah, the mod just put him in the wrong space. If you
Well,
would have
that
put him in
wasn't
a
that
spot
wasn't
that
the
he could have.
module. That was me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you put it in
Contrary
a
to
spot that we're
contrary
not
what
doing.
to what
We're
you
not going.
think, it's not actually a completely railroaded scenario, which we'll go over eventually, but like post Heart of Darkness. But point is
Do we have
that
a way of
I mean,
calling him up?
oh, you mean like calling him?
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe he has like an earpiece or something.
He doesn't.
Dude, that's tragic.
I'm just saying, and I'm
But we
not
could,
saying that to quickly shut down your idea. I'm saying realistically, like he doesn't have any armor, he doesn't have a headset, he doesn't even have like
I
a
gotcha.
phone. So
See,
he was just
I had no
confident.
interest in saving him. I thought we might be able to like trick him into giving us his social security number or something.
So that we
Just
can
empty his bank account.
accounts or something.
But
Yeah, what's he
a
gonna
little
do?
fraud
Complain
of
about it? He's
the
dead.
allies.
Well, yeah, but would he really reward you for like? Is that like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna give you my money when you could have saved me but chose not to? Fuck you. um.
Oh, we were gonna steal. Or that's what I was thinking, rather.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and see, I wanted to save him right away, but there were other pressing issues apparently. In the beginning, when he got kidnapped.
Yeah, he got
Then
kidnapped. It's
what
like
were we
all
up
of a
to
sudden you're nowhere near as valuable as you used to be. Sucks to be you, bud.
Not when the not when the payment is my life.
So, all right. Well, with that matter addressed,
So that's one less thing we got to worry about. So we'll head upstairs and get control of the engines.
I can just totally see Martin, sitting down and like, man, sucks to be him. Gun right next to him. Yeah. Man, shit.
so
Wouldn't be
now
one of
then,
him.
Gunny, what were you saying?
So now we'll head up and get control of the engines then.
Okay. So, and also side note, Greg, I will get you in ASAP. Don't worry.
Yeah,
There is
no
a plan in
problem.
place. So anyway, so you guys, yeah, you Vamonos up to Deck B. Operations. Well, hold on, we got a couple people on Deck D still.
Yeah, because we'll take that part of the plan, and then we do the engines, and then we wait to an hour before the cutting
So, yeah.
is
So
done and move the
up
prisoners.
here, yeah, there are no further aliens. Like the corpses of the 2 dead trilobites, including the one that's a pile of paste, courtesy of Kung Fu Arthur. They're still there. And so there are these control consoles. As with the rest of the station, it's very dark and humid. Okay, so what is? I am assuming you're going to start trying to hack.
Our hacker will, yeah.
Okay, well, Evelyn, let me just check if there are any, um, you know, things to gain access. Actually, hold on. Did you already get access to the systems in this? Because I know you were up here. You did something up here that's how you found where Tommy and Allie are. But I don't remember the full extent of what you did.
Yes, I hacked it and I got admin administration to stuff because I have like
I believe I remember
I have
that.
I think unrestricted access.
Oh, well, Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Wasn't there a roll you got like 9 successes?
I think so. Seems familiar from the
Yeah.
last video.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay, so thank you for pointing that out. Okay, well then in that case you don't need to hack it. You basically it's like yeah, like the system. Oops, I didn't lock the door. The system basically, you enter your credentials and it says, welcome back, E Sunderman. So once again, the whole UI pops up and you've got a number of different systems. You can access the thrusters and let me just double check because there was something I believe I was reading a second ago that said you could like key it to any station terminal. So yes, so you can fire like the plasma thrusters um, from the control on deck B. So if now I will say this, if you want to be able to access them from like your own device, that's going to be a different contact roll, and it's going to be a much harder one.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
Let's lock it.
Yeah.
Can we lock it to a terminal that's like deep somewhere, totally away from where they have control of the station? Because it's growing from the top down, right?
Is actually the infection originally started from infection infestation, whichever you prefer. It started from deck G because that's where the Heart of Darkness is. So
All right.
basically the
Is,
infestation spread pretty evenly.
is there a spot on the station that hasn't been infected yet that has a terminal that we could use?
That you have seen, no. But keep in mind that just because the station can, like the station, it's converted into a living being, but that doesn't mean that it can actively like do comtech rolls and stuff to oppose you.
I know, but we don't know that.
That
So,
is true. So,
um,
but in answer to your original question, to your knowledge, no, there are no safe spot, um, terminals.
so we know that where the prisoners are, there's a terminal there, and that hasn't been taken over, right?
The last time you went to the place where all the prisoners are, that was like way early on in this misadventure. Like that's where pretty much where you went right away. A lot of time has passed since you went there.
I thought we went there last week to tell them to get ready to move. We're gonna be moving you.
That we admittedly discussed as part of your meta plan, like
Okay.
what you were gonna do in case you weren't there, but we didn't play last week. So,
Okay.
um,
All right. Well, either way, that's the closest place that I could think. I say we grab a terminal there and put it to a terminal there. That way you can only control the engines by that terminal, and then a second roll to connect it to one of our devices from that terminal.
well, actually, what I'll point out is, if memory serves, there actually was one place technically on the station, but at the same time not, that was not corrupted, and that was actually um, aboard the Heart of Darkness itself. Um, as in, basically, when you guys went and you found that guy who explained the situation and then promptly disintegrated, the hive had actually not spread there. Like, the rest of the escape pod had turned into the proto hive except for that spot.
Really? That's kind of weird.
Maybe we should check it
Um,
out.
we were there.
Yep, you did. That was the Karen, the escape pod that you guys went into. That
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing except for that one room had mutated.
And I can't remember why. There was something with that room or with him or something that the alien presence doesn't like, and I don't remember what it was.
Well, basically what it was is that the guy, the pilot Levine, he was in cryosleep, in an operable hypersleep pod in the escape pod. So I mean, for reasons unknown, the infestation didn't want to spread there. Maybe it didn't want to kill him, but you will note that his heartbeat and the heartbeat of the actual heart were in sync.
Yeah, I don't know if I want the terminal on that thing. We'll just stick with the prisoner.
Okay. So you guys are going back down to the deck H.
We can't do that from here.
Can't do what from here?
Set the terminal and then Wi-Fi.
Well, no, I
from
mean
the
you
terminal
can.
here.
I'm just asking you after you do that, are you going there?
No, because we're going to shift it to the terminal, and then I guess we have to go to the terminal to set the Wi-Fi to our device.
That's what I'm
right?
saying
Okay.
is that.
Okay.
So I'm asking, are you going to key it to where it has to be accessed from that terminal only? Once you do that, are you going down there?
Yeah, because we got to get the
Okay,
prisoners.
that was my
moved
question. So
anyway, so yep.
Mike, so another question I have is, because based on your plan that we discussed, while you're heading down there, because it's going to be about like a 20-minute venture down there, because that's like half the duration of a 1 kilometer long station. My question is, are you going to, based on your plan, are you going to call Mike to land in this starboard hangar so he's ready to pick up the prisoners?
No, because when we're getting ready to leave with the prisoners is when we tell Mike, because it was about the same time that we would
Right.
get there.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so disregard. All right, so I'm going to activate deck H. So yeah, once you guys, because we just waiting on one more. Okay, so you guys,
Hey,
what?
hey, Cody, I do have one off of who was that? Who was it Summer that was asking about how we can shut down the connection to our ship?
The FT, like how the station is accessing your
Yeah.
FTL drive? Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. From operations, could we shut down all power and connections to that wing, that plasma connector mall 01? Can we shut down everything to that section? Would that slow them from controlling our
It would slow it
FTL?
down, but not completely stop it.
Right, just slow it down so we give
Yeah,
ourselves some extra
Yeah,
time
you're
if we need.
resisting. You're resisting it. Okay, yes, you can do that from, because again, Evelyn, with your admin access, you don't need to do a roll for that. So you can just do that as like an incidental and all as well. So you guys make your way back down. What?
Yep.
Okay, so you make your way back down deck H. So here, and this is where we find our newest player, who suddenly one of these conscripts is not so generic. Promoted to playable. So you are down here, and you notice that
Monkeys.
the visitors, as Wix has referred to them as in your presence, the visitors have returned. What the fuck? Who panned over to?
We
Oh,
just get paint.
oh, okay. So, yeah. So, yeah.
How did we go?
Have
We're back over there now. Jesus Christ.
Well, I put all your tokens by personal airlock 21 mainly so I know like the roster of who's going where, but over here is where you and the actual prisoners are.
Yeah, I know. I was over there, and then also we went flying over the other
That
side.
was
and
because of Summer
Yeah.
doing the pan to token speaker thing. So
Oh, turn that damn crap thing off.
how do I do
think
that
I
again?
can do it myself.
No, you do it. Each user has to do it for themselves.
Yep.
Well, how do you change it?
Turn off.
You go
It's
into
settings.
You go into configure settings.
Save. All right, but that's all.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. So I'll save
Yeah, and
changes.
then
Yep.
Yep.
Already done. So
and you have to do it every time that you open up your. It doesn't save.
oh
so you know.
god. All right. Well, thanks for the warning. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, the visitors return, and from your perspective, you'll know that unfortunately this room has since suffered the effects of protohive mutation. But all the prisoners are here, and they look, no worse for wear. And
So, Cody, do I, beforehand I start role playing here, has Agnes seen them before, the team, or has he just come in?
you have seen them once. Basically you were here the whole time, but from a meta standpoint, you weren't really like a distinguished
Of course,
character
of
at that
course.
point. So like you've seen these guys once, but didn't
Okay.
interact with them.
And does Agnes, how well does he know Wix? In the sense, does he know if what she's saying is legit? Is she to be trusted or not?
I would say by this point, you specifically are. I mean, it's ultimately up to you, but I would
Okay,
speculate that Agnes is probably you're having some doubts about the whole situation and thinking like maybe Wix really like on one hand maybe she really has lost her mind, but at the same time you're seeing all this craziness around you, so it's like maybe um, what like the prophetical stuff that she's spewing might have some truth to it, but I would say ultimately you're kind of in like in between belief and skepticism, or like belief and like pure
understood.
doubt. You're kind of in the realm of skepticism where you could swing either way, which I mean is ultimately up to you.
That's all I need to know. Thanks.
So the Steel Talons enter the room. Um, Wix sees you and says, you are back. Under, for what purpose have you returned?
Um, we need to get you guys ready to get off the ship if you still want to get off.
Yeah, and then you hear, the prisoners, at least the NPCs, you hear, guys like, about fucking time, and like, slight cheering and all this other stuff. So, um,
But so I step up and bring them all together. I said, "Here's the situation. You can keep your weapons until we reach the bay, and you're about to enter our dropship. If you want to get off, you will need to totally disarm, and that's not a negotiation. We're not
you
negotiating that."
definitely do see the enthusiasm absolutely vanish from most of them, replaced with uncertainty. I'm going to say in your case, you are going to need to do a manipulation roll. Let's pull up the modifiers. Um, and in this case, I'll ask Agnes first in a little bit of out of game thing. Would you be willing to consent to that? To what Gunny
A-
is.
Agnes would, and he would try to help convince the other prisoners that we don't have
Okay.
much choice to leave.
So here's what I'll do. So, because that influences a roll I'm going to have to make after the whole manipulation thing. But as for modifiers, let's look at the skills. Oh shit, where is it? Skills. Okay, here we go. So manipulation. Okay, so let's see. More people on your side, because on one hand you've got one, two, or hold on, well, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and counting Agnes 12. 12 to Wix's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. So 5 to 10. So you have more people on your side. So you get +1 from that. In this case, I would say no to what you're asking. Doesn't cost your opponent anything because you're asking them to disarm in a pretty dangerous situation. Your opponent has not suffered damage. You have, in terms of you have helped them previously, because again, it's been a while since we started this. Was there anything specific that you guys did that I can recall? That any of you can recall? To have helped Wix and our people before?
They're offering to help now.
I
Well, I
don't
mean, it
really
technically
care.
says help previously, so taking it at face value. So I'm not hearing any.
I don't remember, dude. That
Okay,
was
so
like
I'll say no.
3 months
And
ago.
presented your case very well. In this case, I'll count a fellow prisoner actually trying to convince these guys as you presented it very well, so that's +2. However, okay, no more people. You ask for something valuable or dangerous. Dangerous in the sense that um, these are all a bunch of paranoid prisoners who have gradually been going insane, and they don't like the idea of suddenly being told to disarm by a bunch of strangers. So disarming
Not
them,
only disarmed, but they're going to be locked back up when we get on my ship.
yeah, they don't realize that, but either way, the
No,
situation.
I'm telling them that.
Oh, okay, then there you go. So
Well,
I forgot you.
I'm telling them that before we have a
Oh,
fight
okay,
because
okay,
I can't put enough people on with them to have a full land fight.
okay.
So
So
we're gonna deal with it here,
okay,
where I have my whole team and all my guns.
okay.
So
So in that case, yeah, valuable or dangerous. So that's -1. Definitely your opponent does not have nothing to gain because you're trying to help them. So all in all, you're down to just a +1 to your manipulation.
+1.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, and then I will roll for Wix because she's the leader.
Oh wait a minute, I had stress. Hold on.
All right. Well, you didn't.
Ignore the
Yeah.
stress.
Okay. Do you want? Are you going to push that or no?
Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of the stress. All right, so ignore that. So just 2 successes because
Okay,
I only got the success on the push from stress dice.
Okay. So in this case, now I need to do a different roll. Okay. So yeah, the prisoners like Wix, she like the prisoners, they're starting to have some doubts, like they don't seem as standoffish, so that's progress. But Wix, you know, looks around and says, "Gentlemen, private conference." So she is going to convene with um, these guys. Now, yeah, Agnes, that is a good point. Are you going to join the huddle?
Well, theoretically, I'm still part of the prisoners here,
That is
so
true.
I don't
That is true.
know.
So,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
I'll,
okay.
I'll I'll decide based on what she says.
Yeah. So basically and this I'm going to preface is unheard by everybody except for Agnes.
Okay.
So Wix is basically talking with these
Why don't
guys.
you
What?
Why don't you drop to another room and tell him
Um,
what she says? That way,
that's
I don't
a
want
good.
to add a character.
That's
I
fair
can't
enough.
not hear that.
So in that case, because we don't
Yep.
have a secondary channel, Agnes, jump into the lobby for a sec.
Okay.
So basically, hey, so what Wix and these prisoners are discussing is, um, they're kind of admittedly sort of scheming. You have a couple of them who are like, um, like I think what these guys are saying is, you know, is there's some truth to it. I mean, I'd rather go back to jail than be left here to die or turn into a monster. And then you have some other prisoners, including Wix, who are basically saying, like, nah, screw that. These guys, if we just play along, and once we get to their dropship, we can get the jump on them, take the dropship, and get out of here. So, um, you have a couple of prisoners, three guys in total who are, and you'll note that they are guys who are convicted of less severe crimes, um,
Okay.
who like basically things like embezzlement and petty theft and stuff like that compared to like rape and child molestation, you know, like
Mhm.
lesser crimes. So like the lesser crime guys, you'll note, are the ones who are like, I can go back to jail, whereas the hardcore guys are like, nah, fuck that. Let's get the drop on these guys, once the time is right. So they, um, they like the NPCs are discussing that, and then they look to you and they say, Agnes, what's your vote?
We can do that. We can do that. I believe if we get a drop on them, it could work. And Agnes is just he is planning to double cross Wix there when the time comes because by his bio as a former colonial marine dropship pilot, he wants out, but he thinks he can bargain with the group of mercenaries better than with Wix's plan. He's just playing along for
Ah,
now.
okay. All right.
But
So he's playing
Wix
along.
believes.
So, all right. So that's good. So basically, the prisoners, yeah, three of them, are the ones who are willing to, you know, cooperate with the party, and every single other person is willing to basically like jump them once we get to the drop ship, then just turn our guns, board the dropship, and get the hell out of here. So, with that address, let's hop back into Steel Talons.
Okay,
Actually coming up into
Yep.
like the main attraction stuff.
Okay. So,
Exactly.
basically the prisoners, Wix and then her crew, they turn to you and they look and they're like, all right, I mean, it's definitely not the most advantageous of deals, but it's better than the alternative. So they have their shotguns, like raised as in like let's go, rather than pointing them at you. But they're like, all right, what's the plan?
All right. So just to clarify, you'll unarm when we get ready to drop ship, and then we will, when we get onto our ship, you'll be locked up, and then we'll personally talk to each one of you, look at your case, and decide if we're going to let you free or keep you till we can get to another prison to transfer you. You all agree to that. For or the alternative is you stay here and risk what's happening here. At least you'll
And
have your life.
yeah, so and Wix
we agree.
basically,
That's the best deal we're getting.
yeah,
And
Wix,
they agree.
well,
They
and
all
that's
agree.
what's, yeah, they're like, you get a mix of nods and verbal confirmation. Wix is saying like life is better than the alternative. So
Okay. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Um, I tell them, get your stuff ready. We'll be moving in 5 minutes. We just
okay,
need to do a quick hack.
okay. And I will say that there is like a maintenance like engineer's terminal here, so
Okay.
Evelyn can do what she wants to do. So like I said, so you keying the like all thruster functions to this specific terminal, that does not require a roll. However, if you are willing to do that to just your device, that will. And in
Okay.
this case, I will say, um, due to the like your approach to it and like trying to make it to where it's like trying to slave system functions from a corrupted station onto your device, I'm going to say that's a -3 because it's a pretty difficult thing, especially because your dice pool is freakishly high, and I got to challenge you somehow.
That's completely fair. Okay. Um.
Can she be helped?
Yes, you can assist. I will say, tool-wise, your diagnostic device will obviously give you, whatever modifier it does, and you can have, um, I would say in this situation, because realistically you probably couldn't have like 4 people huddled around one terminal. I'll say one person can give you assist.
Okay.
I have one
Um.
thing in contact.
Yeah, that's all you need. So you can assist if you want.
Would I get a bonus for my electronic tools or no?
The electronic tools, no.
Okay.
The diagnostic device is your assist on this.
Can we go into an initiative
Why?
so I can use my commander? Get in there, hack that terminal, and get control of those engines so I can roll and give her some more dice.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. So yes, please don't shout over my shoulder at me while I'm trying to do
What's that
delicate
shadow over your shoulder?
hacking.
That'd be a minus.
Fuck yourself, or I will unscrew your head and shut down your neck.
Okay, so uh, that's added automatically. and Summer's giving me a bonus.
Yeah, you get a +1 from Summer,
Yeah.
and then I think it was a 2 from the diagnostic device, which should be
Yep.
already factored in.
Yep.
So.
So
And it was
that'll
a
be
-3, so that might actually be a flat roll.
okay.
Holy shit.
Or better yet,
I'll-
Holy Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, okay, that's the one.
What the fuck is that?
Horgus leans over your shoulder and starts screaming in your ear. So, okay. So yeah, with the extra stunts, what would you like to do?
I'll say you don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future.
Okay, so in
And
this
then-
case, variable-wise, scenario-wise, because this station is Weyland-Yutani in make, I would say like rekeying like Weyland-Yutani infrastructure, like system, like firmware, yada yada yada, to your device. You don't need a roll. So that's the you don't need to do this again specifics.
Cool. Would you get new or unexpected information apply in this situation?
Let me just double check, because there might be something on this terminal, like in the scenario. All right, so deck age, starboard machine room. In this case, because it was just a simple maintenance terminal, I would say no.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Just letting you know in a private message what I plan to do with Wix when the time comes.
Okay. um, let's see.
Would the stunt you hide your tracks apply in this situation?
Yes. That's
Like-
the one I wanted you to check.
Okay.
That way, if they don't know we've done this.
Yeah, that is valid.
Yep, I'll take that one then.
All right. So, yeah. So that's your roll. And yeah, you now have you can remotely access the station's thrusters and pilot it from your PDAT as if you're playing a fucking video game. So.
How you doing, buddy?
Nice. Do an advanced version of those like flight simulator things. Oh, those flight simulator games.
I'm trying to find a better like there's a
Station Simulator 2187.
well no you're just driving it around like this. Like if you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. um, so anyway, so yeah, you've got access to the station's thrusters. You can remotely fire them whenever you see fit. All right, so what do you guys want to do now?
So we'll collect the prisoners, message Mike, tell him to head to the hangar, and we're moving towards the hangar.
Yep. So Mike, right back. Copy that. Commander gonna be in there in that hangar in 10. So, all right. So we are on.
Did you pre-figure out positionings for us moving off of what I told you?
So, like, you mean taking that special route?
Yeah, no, by splitting the party, so we got a group in front, group in back, and a group with the prisoners.
I did not get that. When did you mention that?
When we do the move, I wanted to make sure we were covered on all
Okay, let me
three
look
sides.
at. So I'm gonna hold on.
But at the
So-
time, I was sitting in my chair on my pad,
Okay,
so I
so
didn't have
what I
access to
quoted
the
you on in our
screen.
DMs, that is the plan that we discussed that I wrote down. Like, it
Yeah.
didn't mention anything about a marching order. I mean, if you want to establish that now, you can, but I'm just saying that when we talked, you didn't. So
No, it's there.
where? Can you at me on the message, please?
Yeah, I'm finding it. But either way, I could do it now.
Yeah.
Um,
So we have our 2 recon in front.
Okay.
They
So-
were 3 zones in front of us.
Okay, so
Because
let's.
that was in the chat too.
Okay, so let's break this up in zones. So basically, just so you know, your route, this whole round part of the station on deck H, you're basically going counterclockwise, south of junction H7, and then across the crushers to junction H8. So if we're splitting that into zones, let's get the polyline tool. So that's one. I would say, the space of the crushers, like each of these zones, and then the junction. So yeah. So basically, each of these zones going. Let me ping like down here, or actually I'll shift ping. So like this whole like from that orange line to this orange line, that's one zone. This corridor is another. Well, actually that's kind of a big zone, but I don't play any combat encounters. So cross here is one because this is technically a whole thing. This is another one, this tunnel, and then up to junction H8 is another. So I'll just say right now, H7 or like on deck H, as long as you're going this route, you're not going to run into any trouble. You can still do the marching order if you want to have like, what is it, like Summer on point alongside Martin.
Yep.
Okay, so you can do that. So let's see. So I'm going to organize it like horizontally, kind of splitting the room. So let's see. So we've got Martin and Summer. Oh, where the hell is Summer? Oh, here. And also, Summer, you were going to say something a second ago, right?
I
Just
was gonna say I could take point, so
No, then there you go. So Summer and Martin are in point. What next?
Give me 2 fighters in front and 2 fighters at back of the group, and then the rest of us
Like
intermingled
two
with
back here and then two front here.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of quote unquote fighters, you've got
in zones. So we have 2 fighters in one zone, the rest of the group with the rest of the party in the middle, and in the zone in the back is 2 fighters.
Okay, so how many zones are you spanning total?
3 zones with the main group, and the scouts 3 hexes and 3 zones in front.
Okay, so is what I'm drawing with the lines looking right?
Go 2 zones because it's 3 zones from the main group, so our fighters are 2 to get there in one turn.
Well, hold on. You guys can position your tokens, right?
Yeah, I just can't move everybody to
Okay,
do
well,
it.
so we've got Summer and Martin up here, and are you saying you want like say Arthur, for example, here in this zone behind?
Yep.
Okay.
No, 2 behind. 2 behind. Put another line there.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just.
Between.
Yeah, I know.
Arthur and the other line.
Oops,
Yeah.
that's the wrong line. So there's that. Okay, so there's one space, and then, for example, who do you want? Because in terms of quote unquote fighters, if you're talking about like combat capable characters, you've got Sayad, Sweetwater, and Two-Face Tobias, and then potentially.
Nora's a fighter too, isn't she?
That's what I just said, Sayad.
Arthur. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Her last name is Sayad, so yeah.
So I was looking at Nora, sorry. And then Chef and Evelyn in the back, and then the rest of us intermixed with prisoners.
So Evelyn and who in the back?
Tobias.
Okay, Evelyn and Two-Face are here, and then you're saying you want everybody else in this zone with the prisoners?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, the Sweetwater looks to Ryan and says like, all right, so I'm gonna take point with my sniper rifle and just be scouting ahead, and she just has a like sullen like half-lidded eye stare at him and says, Very well. And then Luger will be here, I guess. Okay, so this is your marching order, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So, as I said, the route on, I'm not going to move all the tokens in that, in every single thing, especially because there might be wall collision
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So, okay, so you're going, so deck H, you don't have any problems. I'll note that as you're moving, like basically as you get to H8, you actually will get a hail from Mike, and he mentions to you over comms, "Hey there, Commander. There's a bunch of them sloppy joes and some cop fella down there. What should I do?"
Wait 1 second. Hold on a second. I'm not.
What now? Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, yes, I see. I see what you mean now. In
So
terms of the.
I did say it. I just
Yes.
wanted to clarify.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
found it
knew
now.
it was in my head.
Okay,
Okay,
fair
so
enough.
what's Mike's problem now?
So Mike mentioned, because I'll note that, like, as during your move with the prisoners, you probably would have, like, I don't know, in terms of the station, like, it is a deck above you, so you would definitely, one way or another, you'll know that Mike has, entered the port hangar deck, because I know earlier I said starboard, but for some reason the person who fucking made this map decided port is actually right, not left. But anyway, so he did make it into the docking
Wait, I
hangar
thought we said that he wasn't going to start the dock until the scout team hit the square.
until
Because by
hit
the
what
time we
square?
get in position, the dock, when we get in the ladder to go down, that's when he would start the process of coming
So
in.
hold on. So once you get to junction H8 is when you want him to start docking.
Correct.
Okay. Well, my point is that either way, as he's starting to dock, position irrelevant. Once he's docked, he tells you that that's what he found. Like, that's what's waiting for him in the hangar. There are people in the hangar.
How many?
He's looking, like, there's a bit of a hesitation, like pause as he's looking, and he mentions that there are a total of 8 that he can see.
It's
Are
gonna
they?
be a siesta.
Who are they? Does he know who they are?
Mike?
Yeah.
No,
Can he?
all he said was that there were, quote unquote, there's a bunch of sloppy joes and some cop fella down there. And translation from Mike E's to human, he's saying there are a bunch of working Joes and a cop.
Okay.
It's the damn warden.
Bingo.
Alrighty. Well, we'll be there soon. Keep it buttoned up if they get close to the ship. He's got approval for guns hot. Or
And you
run him over.
you mentioned that, and then Runna's like, guns hot even though he could cause a hull breach.
Yep.
I doubt you can talk your way out of this with that man.
But hopefully they won't be stupid and try to engage the dropship. But we'll be there soon anyway. So
Okay.
it takes him 10 minutes to get in anyway. So
So
we'll be entering in the same time.
all right. So basically, well, I mean, I'll say, like, my point is they are there by the time you get there, just so we're clear.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
by the time you get to the hangar, there's like this Mexican standoff going on. So let's jump to deck G. I will paste all the tokens, hopefully in the right spot. Yay, there we go. So you enter from this junction, which I had to do like a, fix on the, because apparently there are two junction G7s. So this one is actually junction G8, and you make your way up from the junction, you'll note that, at least as you're proceeding down the corridors, there aren't any aliens or mutants.
Okay.
You're able to make it to the hangar deck where you see, waiting for you this whole like blockade of working Joes, as well as the ship's cook and the warden, all aiming weapons in your general direction. And then obviously the Mike is like the dropship. I'll just move Mike Stoken here. Like he's just there. He's in the dropship. The dropship is down on the hangar deck. The ramp is not deployed, so
Perfect.
and the warden, like he and his androids, like they take aim once they see you, and especially with all the prisoners. And he's saying it's like that's far enough. And they're saying like I'm not letting these damn prisoners get off this station.
I'm gonna say you got two choices. You either stand down or go down. It's that simple.
Oh man, Horgus.
Right, Horgus isn't playing games. We outgun you. Yeah, you got some robots, but have you not looked at this station? This infection is taking over the station, and there's no stopping it. So we're taking the prisoners, and we're taking them to another prison facility. So you can either stand down and live, or you could just go down right now, so you don't get put in as an alien.
Mine's gun.
And as I'm talking, my hand's on one of my grenades.
Okay.
So I'm not going to waste a turn.
So
Well, I haven't pulled it, but my hand is there.
Okay. So you have your
'Cause
hand on your
I
belt.
only have one arm. I only have one arm. I don't have a gun out.
One functional arm, but yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, because it's pinned to my chest right now. So I'm standing there with my hand on my hip, which is right where my grenade is.
Okay. In this case, this is going to be another manipulation roll. In your case, modifiers. This is going to be very interesting. After what you just said.
Hey, I am playing Horgus. So that's what he would say.
I know.
He should get the plus for a very persuasive argument.
Yes, exactly. Like he's got like the soul of a drill sergeant in the body of a mere mortal. So let's see, manipulation.
Your banana? Here's your banana. It's about
What?
there you go. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog.
So that was
I thought you were talking to a monkey with bananas.
No, she
But it was
gets
one of your kids.
She gets the ends of my banana every morning.
Okay. That didn't.
She was one of your kids.
I just listened to that and I sucked in wrong. I almost choked on my own spit. I am not. I think it's
That's going out of context. Anyway, so let's see modifiers. You definitely have more people on your side. What you asked for doesn't. Well, I mean his pride and his mission. You presented your case very well. So let's see. So that's a +2. And
all right, now we're getting too many dice. So more dice I roll, the less chance I'm going to succeed.
Can you push twice the empathy?
Yeah, he does have that talent that lets him push twice. This time, make sure you marked off all your stress so you can actually push more than once. In this case, asked for some valuable dangerous because he doesn't want these like. He doesn't know that, and you have not said that you're going to be taking the prisoners back to jail. So.
No, he has. Yeah, Horgus has said that right now. That he is going to relocate to other prisons.
Did he? I thought. Well, he said that. He said that when you were on deck 8, but I don't recall him saying that to the warden.
I just said that now.
Right now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just said it right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay then. But yeah, you definitely ask. Well, now that you mentioned, if you are taking them back to jail.
That was if I didn't say that, then he would think I'm letting him free, and
Exactly.
I want
That's
him to
why I wanted
realize
to
that.
confirm. So that's my
Yeah, no,
misunderstanding. I apologize. Okay, so
Yeah, but does Tykes really care about being in a prison or
okay, so
his
in that
other
case,
motives?
yeah, you're going to get a +2 for this, but it is opposed, so I'm going to roll for the warden. So roll your manipulation.
+2. Okay. Oh, that's some good success.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh my God, Horcus.
So how
Finally.
do I push again?
You didn't check allow multi-push.
Oh, okay.
So check that and then roll that again. Oh my God.
Ooh, nice.
Tykes
So
offers you his gun.
yeah, so
I love it.
um so squad's drill sergeant like, you listen here. Pretty much. Well, I mean, 7 successes to Stykes' 1. And he basically sees that he is woefully outnumbered, and um you did make a good argument, and he looks to Hobbs, and he looks to the androids, and he lowers his gun. He says, "Stand down."
Alrighty.
So they basically part, like they like split into 2 different columns, so that way you can make your way to the dropship. They don't have their guns raised towards you anymore. I mean, they still have them in their hands, but
Okay. So we will move to the dropship.
okay.
When we just get past them is when we start disarming.
Well, about
And if they
that.
don't,
Yeah.
yes, I'm
We're
not expecting them to. I'm expecting them to drop these guys quickly.
so yeah, very very good instance. So I'll move these
Agnes
guys out of the
pose
way.
is
But yeah, so we need to do 2 rolls here. The first one is in terms of getting the drop on somebody. If it's a group
mobility.
roll, well, hold on, Agnes. I know what you're gonna do, and I'll get to you in
Oh,
just a
sorry,
sec.
sorry. Yeah.
But that's fine. But there's a certain kind of sequence I'm going for. Basically, like Wix betraying Gunny, and then you betraying Wix. Um, just for clarity. So I think for group ambushes, um, so where? Okay, can be carried out by group. Um, the lowest mobility rolls for the attackers, while the target with the highest observation rolls for the targets. So, let's see. So, who has the lowest of the prisoners? Is it a generic convict or is it Wix? So these guys have mobility. Oh God. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So I'll just roll Wix, and then uh, whoever has the um, highest observation of the party, not counting Agnes. Um, who would that be? And
I
as a
certainly
reminder,
don't.
we established that Rena has halved observation for actually like seeing, like scouting.
Right. So
So
it would be. I think it's Summer. It's our scout, isn't it?
Summer has.
8.
Yep, she has
Nobody
8.
beats 8, right?
I've got 9.
All right, then you roll it. You're
All
the
right.
9.
All right. So
You
roll your
have
observation.
9?
Yep. Okay. So
Ooh,
the convicts don't exactly get the jump on you guys, but they turn their, like, they make like a snap motion and sort of like, because I would imagine, yeah, you said that you had some of your people on point, right?
Correct. I mean, we have. Um, when we know we're getting ready to disarm them, we're going to be in a position to deal with that versus just nonchalantly. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah.
would
Well, okay. So you basically have them encircled.
pretty pretty close.
Okay.
We
Well,
would
either
be in front
way,
and back.
um, you notice them having kind of shifty looks towards the drop ship. Did you already have the ramp deployed once Stike stood down, or no?
No, not until we disarmed them.
Okay. Well, that doesn't stop them from trying to,
Right.
retaliate. So, I mean, you basically notice them getting their training their shotguns on you guys. Now, my question for Agnes is, yeah, you see. I mean, I would say because Wix's plan went to pot, you can just do what you're doing narratively.
Okay, so Agnes pulls out his shotgun to Wix's back and says, "Stick him up."
And she still has
This ain't
her,
gonna go.
yeah, she has her gun still trained on Gunny, and she cries, "Motherfucker!" When she, hears you the whir of your shotgun, and then pumped it, to the back of her head. So, do you say or do anything, Agnes?
Agnes just goes, "Yeah, this ain't the way. Uh, there's no way you're gonna get out of this alive, and for this group that's trying to help us, you you really shouldn't have thought about betraying them."
Okay. So, um, well, Wix basically says I'm not going to be this close to freedom and then just to go back to this cell to rot. And yeah, we're going to roll
Can I
initiative.
can I comment there?
Yeah, you can comment, but we're still going to go into initiative.
Okay. And I'll remind her that I said we were locking you up and we would be talking to each one of you and deciding if you were going to go free or not. But now that you have chosen this route, you will stay locked up.
Well, here's the thing. In a meta sense, I'll just
To
say
her.
once you,
To her.
I
You will
know.
stay locked up.
Well, I'm saying once you find out what she was locked up for, then it'll make sense why she decided to do this.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
Yeah,
the certain group.
yeah, because
they
I'll
need their
just
shade.
yeah, because I'll say to Agnes, or because Agnes, when I'll just outright say this, that when he and I joined a private call, basically when he was talking with the prisoners who actually consented to this, which if you notice there are 3 that stepped away. Those are the guys that had the less severe crimes, like basically, embezzlement, petty theft, that sort of thing. Not serial killers, rapists, child molesters, etc. Those are the people that are if we're going to be going back to jail anyway, we might as well go down with a fight. So okay, now with that addressed, I'm going to,
Initiative.
yep, add you all, and I will add Sweetwater. Rena's going to stay out of it as a technical pacifist. So let's see. Agnes, is he in the? Yep. So Johnny's
Yep,
there.
just
So you already
rolled.
rolled yours. Cool. I'm going to draw all, and I know there are some people with fast reflexes. So I know it's Evelyn and Martin. You have fast reflexes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll roll Evelyn first. Martin, do you have it as well? Okay. So, and I'm just assuming that you guys want the highest, so I'll just pick whatever the highest card is, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you got a 4, and then Martin, reroll initiative 5 instead of
You
a
should,
7.
you should
Oh,
probably add Mike in there too. Because Mike is going to run somebody over.
Oh God.
Come on now, this is a perfect opportunity for Mike to run somebody over.
With a
Yes.
crotch.
Yes.
The squishing.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The squishing. So toggle combat state, for Mike, because I didn't think to do that before. So Mike, what did he get? He got a 5, so that's pretty good. Martin is at 5 because that was the highest you could get. And then was there anybody else with fast reflexes? I'll take that as a no. Okay, so begin combat. We start with, well, actually, does anybody want to swap before we start? I'm assuming Gunny wants to stay where he is unless he wants to swap with Summer.
The Summer want a bonus to attack.
It could be nice, yeah.
Then you might want to switch.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I'll just I'll keep your initiative scores where they are, and I'll just kind of swap them mentally. So Horgus, you're actually up first.
Okay.
So,
Do I think the dropship can get over here and run some people?
let me just I think the
Because there's no lines or nothing, so I don't. Zones are
well, I'll put it this way. So the EVA pods. Let me see how. I don't remember how large they are, because basically these weird things, these are actually supposed to be like EVA pods.
Mhm.
So depending on the size of those, then they can uh, be a good indication of. Okay, so the EVA pod. Oh, well, look at that. It doesn't fucking say. Oh, length 8 meters. So the dropship is how much? Seabiscuit.
It's big.
Yeah, I know it's 25 meters long. Okay. Like I said,
Then
it
no.
was well, actually, okay, so it was able to get through here, kind of just barely scraping the edge. But in here, this space is larger, so Mike could potentially swerve the dropship around. He couldn't do like strafing runs, but he could potentially fly it and like ram people. If that's the route
A
you want to take.
big group without hitting any of us. Because we're
Um,
still, like, that's my only problem. I don't want to spend an action. If I wasn't standing there, he would have a clear path.
well, let me look at it this way, because technically, as far as I know, there aren't really many rules regarding friendly fire. Um, but I'm just going to see
Yeah,
what. I'm just trying to see if there's any risk of like running someone over. I doubt it, but
officially not. I also don't remember
ramming
for.
ramming enemies, it does not say anything about if he misses, he'll hit you. So,
All
as
right,
Mike would
guys.
tell you, manners and art
I
to
gotta
run
have
people over.
Mike run somebody over because it's been a
No,
while since Mike's
oh,
run somebody.
absolutely. I'm in full agreement there. So,
So my first action will tell Summer to uh, which of out of all the NPCs looks like the toughest of the prisoners.
let's see, Wix. Wix actually is.
All right, so I will have Summer attack Wix.
Woohoo.
Let's give you a command roll.
Also, I should ask if
10 dice, no successes.
Oh no.
Well,
And
really.
We're
pushing
just
was
gonna push
invented.
that.
okay.
Uh,
Um, so Summer gets a +2.
Woo.
I will. Okay. Mike, run him over, baby. I want to see some blood.
You're come. I was like, oh, you gonna get some, boy. Yo, you're gonna get some blood. So that's
Oh Christ.
so both people get a +2.
Yep.
So that's Gunny Horgus' turn. So next it would be Summer.
Yep. Would I be able to run in and hit Wix, or do I have to shoot him?
I mean, Gunny's order was to kill her, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
however you choose to interpret that is up to you.
I wanna run in and, bust his skull in.
Okay.
How many ways can you interpret that?
So,
Yeah.
all right. So you have quick draw, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you can swap to your shovel as a free action, and so yeah, move into engage range as a maneuver, or as a sorry, Star Wars, as a fast action, and then hitting as a slow action.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna have to get right in
Yeah, I'll just move Agnes
the
here.
corner.
So,
Right. There you go.
alright.
There you go.
And unfortunately, as I
cool.
said, there won't be any shovel donk noises from the roll because of fucking Maestro being broken by version 12.
No.
But I do have
Aw.
the sounds on my soundboard still. Oh, wait, it actually worked?
It didn't,
Okay, never mind.
yes, so. It didn't let me add anything else to it, though.
Oh, you didn't right click.
Yeah, I was going. I tried to. Didn't work. There we go. Now. You have
You have
weapon
weapon specialist?
specialist.
Yep. So that's
Yeah.
boss 2.
Maybe you can, in your sheet, edit the weapon and add the bonus instead of
Yeah,
always
that wouldn't be a
remembering
half
it.
bad idea. Because I mean, I've done that when I've played characters. I've just increased the bonus.
Figure out how to do that.
So if you want to do
okay,
that,
'cause
you would,
I
yeah,
fast
edit and then
action.
change the bonus from 1 to 3.
Okay.
Because I think it has a bonus of 1. Yeah, it does. So the bonus will go from 1 to 3.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
it. For
because
now.
you will be using it always.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah. No,
you want to push?
I don't have to do that right now. So yeah, I'll push.
Okay.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So,
That's really
well,
unlucky.
hold on.
Oh, how did that
No,
happen?
I don't know, but that should
Yeah,
have.
that's
You didn't
impossible.
have any stress
That,
to
yeah.
begin with.
You had the 1, but like, hold on, let me see. Panicked. Does it say you're panicked? No.
No?
Hold on, wait. Yeah, so it says it's 12. So let me just. There we go.
Oh,
Try it
that's
again.
weird.
Okay. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. It's no longer absurd. Okay, so, yeah, so you did 2 damage. And she did not have any. Oh, hold on. She should have had a weapon on her sheet. Let me fix that. I don't know why it. There we go. So she didn't have any armor.
Oh,
So
you
you
got the
basically
2
hit.
from August.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, roll another 2.
Yeah. Just
I mean, hell, if you want to just re-roll the whole thing, then I'm cool with that.
you know what? You know what? Sure, why not?
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
that's a
Much
big
better. So
Woo!
that's. Do you want to do any stunts or just all damage?
Well, he told me to kill her, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So all damage.
Okay, so that's 4. So you drop her to almost nothing. You hit this fucking old lady in the face with a shovel, and there's now a tremendous amount of blood running down her face and on the shovel.
Good. Horgus wanted blood.
Well, you wanted blood from Mike, but who? Yeah, I'm not gonna get into
But I'll take
specifics.
blood from anybody. I hate backstabbing bastards.
Okay, so that would be Summer's turn. Next is going to be one of these generic convicts who sees that you just, you know, practically sledgehammered Wix and is going to shoot at Summer.
Oh no.
So he's going to +2 to
Oh
aim.
no, whatever shall we do?
All right, disregard what I said about Maestro, and he also fucking missed. He didn't want to hit Wix, so he basically did like XCOM, like swerved off to the side and completely missed. Okay, that was that guy's turn, and now it's Kung Fu Arthur.
Oh man, oh man.
Got a nice
Alright,
choice
who's
here.
find the nearest victim?
If you've got a full
Yeah.
auto weapon, you can decimate a lot of people
He
here.
has a flamethrower and a shovel, so no.
Yeah,
Ah,
you know, you could go.
Oh Christ, he's coming
A
with the shovel.
flamethrower's kind of full auto.
Old lady.
it should be, but I know it's weird as
Yeah.
It's like a garden hose. Yeah, how about this idiot right here?
Are you going to light him on fire or pound him in with a shovel?
That's a really good question. Yeah, you know what? Well, geez, I think the flamethrower would probably have a better like psychological effect, but
Oh my god.
It'll light up the room, that's for sure.
yeah.
The light of the party.
But then again, like watching someone that you know you're fighting alongside get absolutely fucking turned into mashed dude, um, that might do it too. Yeah, we'll go with the flamethrower.
Okay.
Much more demoralizing if you watch someone be beat to death with a shovel right in front of you. I'm sure.
Um,
Rather than being
Cody,
set on
did you
fire.
check the chat?
What now?
We have to.
Jesus.
I feel like they're both pretty demoralizing.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
have to try one round where everybody just attacks the enemies with shovels. Pile on shovels.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Full shovel
All right.
salvo.
All right. Anyway, so let's do your thing.
Yep, just making sure that.
Oh, Ghost
Huh.
is alive.
Oh, that's weak.
Yeah.
Oh man, what is that?
Not enough.
Wait, I think I can. Can I push that again? Is that a
No.
Oh,
strength?
Oh my
no.
god.
What you can do is you can roll the 12 dB, assuming this guy doesn't melt. Which actually, no, you don't need to bother because he fucking melts.
Oh,
I'm gonna see what his crit is.
that's unfortunate. Dead.
That's a pretty weak crit, but he is.
Oh, he sprained his ankle.
Yeah. So basically, he's like.
tried to run.
Yeah, he tried to run and he falls over and he's just cooked. So I'm gonna mark him.
I feel like he's
as
got bigger problems.
marked.
Guys.
He's dead.
Oh, is he actually here? He is!
Okay, so that was. And Arthur, did you aim or?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you would still have a fast action if you want to use it.
Oh, geez. What can you do on a fast action?
Um.
Can you menace someone?
No, you
It's
can.
slow.
You can. Yeah, it's a slow action. You can. I mean, most commonly move or block, or switch
Maybe
weapons.
take cover.
Yeah, that take cover is an option because I would say there's probably some stuff in the hangar. Like I don't know what the fuck this is, but you could probably take cover behind it. If you want to
I
if
am
you
the
want to avoid
cover.
like cover. Okay. I mean you've got 9 HP, so I guess that tracks.
How far can I move?
Good question. In this hangar, I will draw some range bands. Like I would say like you could move anywhere within this zone as a fast action.
Oh. Oh, cool.
So if you wanted to like take cover behind this, behind this pillar or
Oh
whatever
no,
this is.
we're getting right up on top of them.
Okay. Okay. I don't even see. Oh yeah, there's your talking. Okay, so that's Arthur. Okay, now we got Agnes.
Agnes will be attacking the one that attacked Summer.
Yep,
So,
yep,
so
that
that
guy right
person.
there. Yep.
Since I already had my shotgun out for Wix, I don't need to draw that. But am I in engaged ranged or short? It's engaged.
You're
Probably,
not in
right?
engaged range with that guy. You would be in short.
Oh, okay. So no.
You're engaged range with
minus
Wix because you have a gun to the back of her head, but.
Yeah, why aren't you shooting Wix?
Wait, is she dead? Oh
No.
no!
She's still alive, but barely.
Alberta Einstein. I was thinking tactically, but no, you guys will decimate the rest. Yeah, I'll take out Agnes. Oh no, but yeah, but it engaged. No problem with that. I can still get her.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah, I saw your message.
I was wondering to make sure because we don't always check.
And also the link did change, so check that in the pinned messages in Steel Talons.
Right,
So,
should I push that?
oh my god.
That's why
That's 3, 4, and it has a stun effect.
Mm-hmm.
Should I push it? I think this should.
And you
Yeah,
were
she doesn't have
shooting.
any armor.
Yeah, you're shooting
I'm
right.
shooting
Do
at
it, do it.
Wix. I'm gonna push it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so she is.
Nice.
Let's see. So you blast her in the ribs, and actually, hold on. That's.
Stun effect. You should. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. So. Well, I mean, she's dead either way, so.
Yeah.
Like she's down to 0, so she's effectively out of the fight. You just shoot her in the ribs, and she like drops dead. Okay, very nice. So next is Two-Face Tobias, who I see just hopped into Foundry. So you are, for reference in terms of what's going on. Oh, I didn't mean to move the tokens, but yeah, the group was trying to move the prisoners off the station to the dropship, but got betrayed by Wix and most of the inmates.
Got it. Interesting.
So
what is
basically,
currently
there are 5 left standing. These guys in like the center of the group, not counting this guy, the newcomer, and then Summer and Arthur. All of them are valid targets, and you were at short range from all of them.
okay. Well, so I'll just be attacking the closest target then. Input my sheet. There we go. All right, time to attack. There we are. I'm gonna aim because
Which weapon did you have out?
probably the heavy pulse rifle.
Okay. Because everybody was established as having at least one weapon out when you guys were like mustering the prisoners.
Should I push that? Well, I have no stress, so yeah, I'm gonna put it.
All right. Which one were you shooting?
We check where my token is.
You're here by Evelyn.
It's like going at the speed of molasses to fucking zoom in.
The maps are big.
So I'm guessing all these same individuals are enemies, or no?
Yeah, all these conscripted convict guys, these identical tokens, they're all enemies.
Not
Discounting
these three.
these 3 guys actually complied. It's all these guys in the center of the PCs that are enemies.
And this prisoner here just blew away the leader.
Yeah,
So
this
he's-
guy is actually on your side now, and also for reference, he's a new PC.
Please don't kill me.
Shoot this one. That's right next to it.
All right. Yep.
Since I mean,
All right. So
some of
that's.
these unique
Are you doing all
sources
damage?
what weapon does he have in his hand?
He has his ES7 shotgun.
Of his hand.
All right. So you're going to disarm him, and then his arrest damage. Okay.
So 4 damage.
Yep. 4 damage and a crit. So he's dead. I always just roll the crits because I always want to see if it's going to be something funny. But either way, he's broken, so he's out of the fight. Next is going to be Evelyn.
Switch up on my computer.
All right. I will target this dude and I'll
That guy.
shoot
Okay.
him. Yep. And I'll go ahead and aim as well.
Okay. Which
Excuse
weapon
me.
are you using?
The RMAT for M41A pulse
All right, so
rifle.
you're using pulse. Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to push?
I'll push that.
Okay. Okay. All right. All damage.
2 successes.
All right. Is
Yeah,
that all
I'll
damage? Okay.
put it all damage.
All right. So he's
Yep.
reduced severely. And you aimed, you said?
Yep.
And so this guy is going to.
Yep, I did.
Yep. Okay. So this guy here, next to the one you just shot, is going to retaliate. He's going to aim and fire at you, Evelyn, for shooting his friend. So he's going to aim and fire. All right, that hits. Roll your armor with armor piercing, and then we'll do the stun effect, depending on if it soaks the damage or not.
Armor.
Okay, so it soaks 1, but 1 damage gets through, so that I believe is a hard stamina roll.
I
Stamina
believe
roll
so.
for
I
sure.
think hard
Yeah.
is
Hard is -2.
that minus
It's
2.
-2.
Cool. I'm fine.
Okay. I think stress counts for that.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
it doesn't say straight roll, then stress should count.
yeah, okay. So, all right. Well, yeah, let me just double check this whole the ES7. Yeah, any human target that suffers damage from an attack must make a hard stamina roll -2. Doesn't count as an action or be stunned for 1 round. So technically, you got a success, so you're fine.
Yep.
But you did take the 1 damage. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Already detected that.
All right, cool. So that was this prisoner, and now Martin. I think I know where this is going.
Oh, who's singing "I'm Still Standing"?
uh, so this guy, this one, and this one. And for reference, this one right here is the one that Evelyn shot at damage.
You're gonna steal Arthur's kills.
Nope. I'll just take that one.
Okay.
What about that one?
What about what one?
It's a Star Wars quote. What about that one? Okay. I have it. So is this a +7 again or +6?
Let's see. If you are aiming and full autoing, yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep. That's what he does.
No, it's not. It should have been 14.
You can push, man. You can push. Just kidding.
Well, no, he took that seriously.
That's what I would have done.
All right, so hold on.
And yeah, base that you can do a lot of base damage to all 4 of them, and actually,
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
let's see, because you were full autoing, you can do the first 3 extra successes. You can hit all 3 of them, and then
Yeah, let's do that.
Basically.
you can actually, you do 4 damage to 3 of them. And actually, shit, no,
Okay.
if you would actually kill all of them, because this
Yeah,
guy
go
was
for
on
it.
one
No.
health.
No.
Oh god, yeah.
Goddamn,
Oh,
Mike's
that's
not
the
gonna
most
get to run
epic thing.
somebody over now. Damn it.
Oh, he can take the stikes and boys.
Yeah, he could.
Okay, this is the most bizarre thing that I've ever heard. You want the fight to last longer?
No, Mike was next. He was gonna get to run somebody over. I want to see the
okay.
ship run somebody over. You don't understand. Mike was my old character. Like,
Well, technically he was somebody
an
else's, but
NPC,
yeah.
But I turned him in to run him over Mike.
Yeah. So let's
That
see
was
this.
you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
Oh,
So this
for fuck's
guy,
sake.
Roll the crits.
yeah, so broken toes. So
broken
you just relieved him of his, of his
Feet.
standing. Okay, this guy, mark down.
I
his
protest. You have no standing.
You
no,
severed an artery in his arm with a fucking massive 10mm round. This guy,
turned him,
what?
turned him into Swiss.
So let's see. Roll crit for this guy. Oh God,
Oh damn.
Oh, gee.
that's brutal. And then the I got to mark him as dead. And the last guy is, let's be something good. Oh.
Ooh.
I like to
Shoot him
think
right
that
in the head.
I like to
Headshot.
think that these three guys are at each other like, this was a good decision.
Yes, exactly. Um,
Agnes looks at them and nods.
yeah, and then you see from like if Horgus is looking at the cockpit, like Mike springs up, and then you like even through the cockpit you hear a hillbilly yodel of despair.
I'm gonna say that Tobias would
You
probably look at them.
No!
No, I can't.
He
Oh,
does.
poor
He
Mike.
does. He does the platoon pose, where like he
Oh
drops to
no.
his knees and he reaches for the sky.
Oh my god.
I don't
I
get to
love
run
the
no
French
more,
word.
no more, man.
Poor Mike.
God darn
Feel so
you,
bad.
Martin! Why'd you do this to me? You hear over comms.
Poor,
This is terrible.
poor Mike. Poor Mike.
We're all just we're momentarily deafened as he just lets out a cry of despair.
Yeah, he no, it like
over the
becomes like
comm.
Xbox Live, like screaming into a headset kind of thing.
Exactly.
So
That's hilarious.
yeah, Mike, yeah, he has this like, heroic breakdown, like breakdown of despair. Um, anyway, so yeah, all these guys are dead. So end combat.
I'm gonna touch my cigarette lighter.
You're gonna,
I'm gonna look
yeah,
at
I
the,
was gonna say you're gonna light up a cigarette to Silverwix instead.
I'm gonna sure.
Huh?
That's funny. I was gonna look at the three conscripts with my messed up two face and just smile at them.
Yeah, and then that I mean, if they were able to take stress, they would take a point of stress for that.
I mean, hey, at least they made a good decision in the end. Now we gotta take care of these bodies.
Okay. All right. So, and the and there's the fact that I would say Wix or not Wix, Stikes when he sees Wix is dead, like he just goes over the body and fucking shoots her.
Oh my god.
And as he passes me, he goes, "Yeah, we don't have to worry about them anymore."
And Stikes for the first time first time in a while you've seen him, like he actually has a smirk of agreement, and he says like, yeah, you're right about that. So it's like, well, let's get out of here.
I just teleported to the assembly hall. Is that a good thing?
Uh, excuse me, what?
Yeah, no, I see my token and everybody else's token in the assembly hall now.
Oh, he's not
Oh,
on the map.
duplicates.
Yeah, I went to go move my token and I got transported to a different realm. It's
Are
called the
you
assembly.
on the same deck, or are you on a completely different
I
deck?
have no idea because
You're on the same deck. They're just duplicates from a previous situation.
Yeah, head to the
Go to the right.
southeast.
Down.
Yeah, it's
Southeast,
over here.
southeast.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I forgot that you had your guys' tokens over there. So it's
Yeah,
oops.
kinda,
Okay, so yeah.
yeah, every time I try to move my token, it happens. So I'm just
All
gonna
right,
not touch it
so
now.
a couple dead prisoners and one heartbroken hillbilly later. Yeah, I would say these three red shirts, get aboard, like they pile aboard with no, no further
Yeah, we'll
dramas.
give our weapons and
Yeah,
everything that has been asked for us.
yeah, they comply. They throw down their guns and they get aboard the dropship.
Good,
So
man.
I go up to Agnes. Thank you for the help there.
No problem. Thank
well,
you
I'm glad
guys for helping us out. Like the other three, I can vouch for them. They are just petty lowlifes. There's no serious crimes committed. You will find out later when you review our records, of course.
What were you in for?
I was falsely accused of poor maintenance of a dropship, and the crew got killed. I was framed.
Who framed you? Do you have any proof?
Some. I don't have proof, but I know that some of the top brass did not like me, and I was supposed to be on a training exercise that day, but an emergency evac call was issued, and I was the closest one. Somebody planned for me to go down on a training mission, but accidentally, it was when I was carrying the crew back home. I used to be a marine dropship pilot, but yeah, the superiors didn't like my active wishes that I wanted to try and be a bigger help, a bigger part of the team instead of just sitting and doing nothing all day in a tin can.
Real quick, before I go enter this call, you just hear Tobias's other side of his face saying, "This is why I don't like authority."
Yeah, you need good authority to. Authority is deserved. Trustworthiness is something that doesn't come automatically. But I'm ready to do whatever it takes to just get out of here.
Well, seeing as what is portrayed here, uh, you can keep your shotgun. I think we could trust you.
Thank you. You won't regret it.
Uh, well,
I can help you out if you need anything else on the station, since I was here for some time.
yeah. Out of character, I would still send you on the dropship with prisoners, but I don't want you to be stuck on a dropship doing nothing. So I'll just say you could stay with us.
Anyone
Yeah.
that can kill an old lady that well.
Hey man, I consider it a bonus when you didn't immediately turn around and try and shoot us in the back. So you're okay in my book, dude.
So the captain guy for the
The
robot
warden?
dudes, yeah, the
Yeah,
warden.
he's over here.
Yes,
I'll go
thanks.
talk to him. So what is your plans?
And he says that you know, now that uh, now that crazy bitch Wix is dead, you know, my plan was just to to just stay here, but between my rival being dead and the station turning into a monster, I guess I'll have to contact contact the company and see where I'm going to be transferred next.
I am back. I'll be right back.
So
I
he
could be.
works for the company that
He
we
works
hate,
for
right?
he was hired by Wheel and Utani as a warden, yes. Like this station is a Whale and Utani, like a mix of like a plasma trawling station and a prison, and in both cases it was owned and operated by Whale and Utani.
All right. Um, God, I just want to so leave him here, but just know that's just wrong. But I'm so torn, Horgus. Would Horgus leave him or not? That's what I'm trying to think. I don't think he would leave him.
I mean, he did
Um,
comply with you, and
yeah, I know, but he's an asshole,
yeah, he is. But then again, so is Horgust.
and and he is. Um, so I tell him, uh, we can get you off of here and drop you off somewhere. You just need to tell us where, but it can't be at a. It would have to be at a neutral site.
And well, basically, if you're saying like not like a company facility,
Correct.
I mean, he says, I mean, you can just drop me off at, Anchor Point or Gateway.
Okay.
Like those are neutral sites, like neutral space stations. And as a reminder, Gateway Station, as seen in Aliens, is in orbit over Earth, whereas Anchor Point Station is far out on the frontier.
Okay.
And it's basically the equivalent of like a truck stop or something like that.
Now the Joes. There's an issue with the Joes, isn't there? Still an issue with the Joes?
The Joes are operating on basically pre-programmed functions. The thing is that so these kind of androids are usually slaved to an AI unit called Apollo, like a mainframe called Apollo that, you know, coordinates their functions. But the problem is that for whatever reason, the Apollo unit on this station or whatever AI core these guys are hooked up to is malfunctioning or offline or whatever. So they are effectively, like, essentially kind of defective. Like their logical, like, reasoning and stuff like that is not functioning properly. So these guys are basically defective.
So I look at him and I go, "Are we leaving the Joes here?"
And he looks at him and is like, I don't give a shit about the Joes. I just want to get out of here.
All right. I don't really want the Joes on my ship unless we shut them down. Can we shut them down?
Um, you would have to, because that's a good question. Because Joes, as far as I know, like with most androids, they don't have like an off switch. Um, so you would have to probably issue, like, send like an override code um, to the AI core to shut it down. But the problem is if the AI core is malfunctioning or offline, um, that it wouldn't be able to do that.
What if theoretically you connect it to your own ship's AI core and order it to reprogram or shut them down or something?
Yeah, can our ship take them over?
In your case, no. And the reason for that is because, um, like, these androids are essentially, you know, not literally, but sort of digitally plugged into one AI core. They're supposed to be taking commands from it, as in, like, say, commanding them to, like, unlink the Joes and then connect them to a different mainframe. So that is something where you would have to access whatever mainframe is on the station and say, like, hey, shut down the Joes, or rekey them to this kind of thing. So unless you do that, then no.
And that's not done in ops. That would have to be somewhere else.
Operations does not have the mainframe, so no.
Do we know where the mainframe is?
With your access to the station, let me just double check the module, like the location of all the shit on the ship. Why is this handout not loading?
Out
Jesus.
of character, Horgus wants his army of robots.
Yeah, he wants his like own squad of fucking battle droids. I see where this is going.
Well, I imagine just a crew to maintain the ship or something, but yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
pretty
on the
much,
field.
and that's the problem I have with with these prisoners was I don't have enough guns to handle this sedation and guard them. So I was gonna have to send two with 7 people, and that was worrisome. And that's why I wanted them disarmed. That way, at least we had guns,
Well,
and they did.
yeah, but keep in mind that you have now you've gone from 11 prisoners to 4, and if you're
No, no,
bringing what?
no, no. I'm talking future. You said I wanted to recruit. These robots would be my ship's guardians. I wouldn't take them on my ops. They would defend my big ship. They would be my big ship defenders. They're my big ship marines. That's what I would call them.
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to figure out
I
which.
mean, it's the squad.
I mean, working Joes on ships is not unprecedented, so that's
Okay,
completely.
so apparently the mother unit, because this station actually upgraded from an Apollo to a mother, that is actually on Deck C, which, as a reminder, is the deck with the med lab where Dr. Webb is, as well as where Tommy is.
Okay. So let's get everybody who will collect the gear, get the prisoners on a dropship, get the 2 non-coms that with the Joes, and I'll ask him if he could just send the Joes to go look for other prisoners besides here, and just get rid of them for now.
Well,
And they
I'll
get-
note that in terms of your, because remember when Evelyn hacked into the system and got the PDTs, you know where every single person with a PDT on this ship is. So
And
if
all
there were any
prisoners
other,
have them.
yeah, Agnes and the 3 no-namers, they are the only surviving prisoners on this ship. Well,
I
aside
know.
from Tommy.
I just want to send these Joes somewhere else and have them roam the station. So if they come across any of these aliens, they'll just fight the aliens, right?
Yeah.
So program them to patrol the deck or something.
Or I mean, you could just have
What?
them. And this is something that you could have.
No,
you know, like-
wait. I send them to go get fucking Tommy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, really. Why
Oh
not?
shit.
We just
Yeah.
watched this Cody roll 1,000 times.
I'm
Well-
gonna send them to go get Tommy.
Yeah,
If they free Tommy, oh good. If not, oh well. They're not my
Yeah.
robots.
Well,
I
I think
can't
the
take
issue
'em.
is less about them being our robots and more about these being the same robots that were throwing live humans into a
I was about to say that
burning cell.
who knows that they're not going to find Tommy as like, prisoner, return to cell, and then they throw him into a flaming inferno.
Now, can we
They might
program them?
find them.
Can we program to bring Tommy alive to the port, to the hangar?
I would
no,
say,
but
respond to
you know
Sykes'
what?
orders?
Tommy's gonna die either way, so at least I'm giving Tommy a chance.
At least he'll get torn apart by robots instead of something possibly
About 10
worse.
million. 10 million, though.
Or chucked into a fire, like they were doing that, when we first encountered them.
yeah, because the
Wow,
problem
that
is
felt
that, like, I'll explain this much, and especially if you mention this around Stykes, is Stykes will point out that, the working Joes, in terms of their directives, prisoners are not supposed to be on this deck unless they're being transferred to the station. As in, the only place that the Joes will authorize Tommy to be is on the detention level. So if they go there and they get him, that's where they will take him.
Would we not tell them that he is being transferred? Bring him to the hangar, be transferred.
That is something that
Manipulation
would have to
against
be.
working Joes.
What now?
I was just joking, but like roll manipulation against working Joes.
Yeah, I would say the problem is that the Joes, again, these androids are very dependent on an AI core, and as in what the AI core ultimately says is what they do. Like they can
I
be
don't
given
care.
simple
Get
commands.
Tommy. If Tommy survives, he survives. I don't give a shit. I'm giving Tommy a chance. I don't think the Joes are gonna get to Tommy anyway. I think there's more shit than the Joes can handle. But
Yeah,
I'm thinking, guys, do we want to follow the Joes?
use the Joes as like cannon
It could be
fodder.
bait.
As red shirts?
I'm
Go
okay
get-
with that. I never liked these bots anyway.
Yeah, go recover Tommy, and then we'll follow behind them. And if they do free Tommy, then we'll kill the robots to get Tommy back if we have to.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
They're
You
just
probably
a bunch
weren't
of
expecting
synths
this, Cody.
anyway.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
just a bunch of. They're just a bunch of synths anyway. No, not saints. Synths.
well, then I'll say this much in terms of because you provided that you are willing to pull through so let me ask you this, Horgus. So in terms of your promise to get Stykes to Anchor Point or Gateway, are you being honest with him?
Yes.
Okay, so you won't need to do a roll. So in that case, he will pick up on that and he will basically give like an attention working Joe units number. He says like, I am departing from the station for the time being. Obey that man's commands.
Okay.
And basically the working Joes, they say like, understood, sir. And then they look to Horgus that you always know a working Joe. So
So I'll look at so Evelyn, you're the tech, right? Or is it Summers the tech? I can't
it's Evelyn.
Evelyn. So when we hit the level, let's. I'd like you to go work on the AI core while we're trying to rescue Tommy. Um, oh, I'm gonna give her to Dad to cover her.
Give
Since
who
if she
give
hits the
give who to cover her?
Evelyn, so those two
Well,
are
who's
going to
covering
the
Evelyn? I know you said Evelyn, but who? Sayad?
Sahad. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So
That way, they're going to the AI core on the same floor as us. It's not
okay.
that far away, so if they hit something, we could always disengage and get over to them. But um, if we can get the AI while we're getting Tommy, that's all that's a bonus. That way, we could actually fix the Joes, right?
Yeah, you could.
Or at least
If you.
transfer the AI to us.
Yeah.
That way, they're not being stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So you have the three extra convicts along with Stykes and Hobbs boarding the dropship, leaving the station. The
Um,
Joes are now under your command, per Stykes' orders. What are you going to do next? Are you going straight to Deck C, or is there something else you're going to do? Because in terms of time in game, like time elapsed, um, I would say it has probably been about 40 minutes out of the remaining, like with about 2 hours and 20 minutes left before both the
okay.
ship is cut free and the virus is done.
Who's that?
Who's what?
Who
Oh,
is
that guy.
this?
That's Sweetwater. Is his name? Oh, hovered by. Oh, hold on, hovered by anyone. I didn't realize it was said like that. Sweetwater's your. He's a mix between a sniper and a contact.
All right. So
And I also didn't
Sweetwater.
realize his observation was as good as it is.
Sweetwater and who's this?
Who's where?
Lugar.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
Luger.
she? She is. She's the 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 payee while we're here, right?
Yeah, she was.
So
She's
her.
the one who hired you.
Yeah. So her and um.
Because you did. I mean, the only reason you brought her aboard the station as a reminder, just for everybody, is because you wanted her to talk to Perfect Alley, her great aunt who mutated.
Yeah, so she can go back on the dropship, get her
Okay.
back to the dropship where she
Okay.
belongs.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna send Phil just so I have
Okay.
a
So
gun.
All right. So Sweetwater and Luger are going to board the dropship. So they're evacing along um, with Stykes, Hobbs, the three prisoners. Mike is flying. Uh, are you sending any other PCs or NPCs? Well, probably just NPCs.
Yeah, just the prisoners. They can all get away, and we collect whatever gear was here.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Classic looter
can I
ship.
get a more shotgun reloads just for the
Yeah,
fun
I
of
mean,
it?
I'll say in terms of shotguns, because these guys weren't exactly carrying, like, when they got all these guns from the security lockers, they were basically just trying to quickly grab guns and, like, a box of shells and then get the hell out. So I would say each of these guys, so Wix and the other red shirts, they each had shotguns, and they have one reload apiece.
So
So
I
seven.
look at our new PC, Agnes. Irene, do you know how to use a flamer?
Yes, I do.
So with my one arm, I unhook it off my back and hand you my flamer because I can't use the damn thing right now.
Okay,
His
so
eyes light up. There's legend reasons later, but yeah.
okay,
Thank you.
so all right, so I'll drag Gunny's Flaming Warfare 3 onto your sheet, so you can use it in
Yeah.
the time being, and Horgust, I'll just keep it on your sheet, just so I'll move it to inactive.
Okay.
So that way you know you have it and how many reloads, but it's just you don't have it on you. So okay, so Agnes has a heavy incinerator and a shotgun. Are you going to do anything with the other shotguns and reloads?
Does anybody need him?
No, I think you're the only one that uses the shotgun.
Well, Evelyn
Yeah,
has one,
that,
Oh, does she?
and Rena has one, but she
Well, I
only
have one, but I'm not carrying it at the
yeah.
moment.
Rena has one, but she mainly just uses baton rounds, not live rounds.
Yeah.
maybe we can just take the reloads to have it. Though, yeah, we have.
Well, I'll put the guns and ammo into the Avalanos into your sheet.
Yep.
So you can distribute it and use it however you see fit. So let me just. Do you have any? Okay, so you have. Oh, did somebody already do that? Because I see seven shotguns in there. Did anybody add guns before?
That was from the prison, from the security office.
Oh, all right. So then you have another seven. So 14 shotguns, and you now have instead of two reloads, you have nine.
Perfect.
Guns for days. Nice.
Yep.
We can actually go all as a non-lethal force on a mission.
Well, you
Yeah,
would need
no,
baton rounds for it,
We
but
don't
yes.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah,
We don't
no,
do that.
you
That ain't our
definitely.
kind of mission.
Yeah, just joking.
Yeah, your mission agenda. If it's dead, if it moves, shoot it. If it's dead, loot it.
Who bleeds it dies.
Yeah. So anyway, so you guys, so you deal with the loot. You've sent Sweetwater, Luger, the three prisoners, and the two prison warden guys aboard the dropship. Where are you going now? To Deck C?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll move us over to Deck C. And again, because the map is very, very, very claustrophobic, I'm not going to have all the tokens in. Hold on, Tommy should not be there. That token should be there at least. And I will add Agnes. Hold on, where the hell is he? There he is. Okay. Agnes is there, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 PCs, and then how many NPCs? I know you have Rena, and I know you have Johnny. I'm just trying to make sure you didn't have anybody else. You have you have Sayad with you. She's going to help Evelyn. Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll split Evelyn and where's Sayad?
Well, I should say, Emily, you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. So
Sorry, I realized I've been
I
doing
don't want to
this
tell
thing.
you what to do, but
No, it's fine.
if you don't
I
want to
just
do that.
realized that I've been sitting here like nodding, like, oh yeah, that's a great play on it. That I haven't actually vocalized that, so it's partly on me. It does that only applies when I'm doing games where we use cameras, but this is not that game. This is me
I know.
sitting in the room just nodding along while someone's talking.
so
Last
I
weekend
find
was the
myself
first
doing
time.
that sometimes.
Yeah, last weekend was the first time I actually was at a tabletop gaming since before COVID. It was so
Oh
weird.
wow.
And I ran Twilight. That was even weirder. I don't
You
like
ran
playing
Twilight?
Twilight at a table. It's so much easier online.
okay, so let me just add the working Joes. Okay, um, so you guys, clamber up the chute. So you're all now in this room. Are any of you going to go to the med lab to check on? Well, hold on, I'm assuming the door will be shut. Are you going to go check on John and Garfield?
Yeah, we'll just check and make sure we're still on
Yeah.
on time.
Yeah.
Everything's going.
yeah, Webb, like he greets you and he asks you like so it's definitely it's been what has it been like a few minutes since I last saw you. Still obviously dealing with a little bit of amnesia, but he's basically asking like, how have you guys been? What have you been up to?
We'll tell them we're just waiting for the shots, and we're about to clear the garden.
Yeah, and he asks, in terms of just preemptively so he can prepare, do you have any specific delivery mechanism in mind for the virus once it's done?
Yeah, give me a spray.
Okay, so like basically like pump action spray like canisters.
Cleaning bottle spray. I don't care.
Like a
Any-
bottle, like a spray bottle.
I'm just gonna walk down the hall with them on both. Have one of us. I can't because I only have one arm. I just walk down the hall and spray the wall with the spray. That's the plan.
Raid bug begone.
Yeah. Can of raid. That's perfect. Okay, so John, like he gives you a thumbs up and he says like I'll have it ready. ETA according to the machine here is about another 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I'll have it ready by then. Um, so um, he basically like he gives you a thumbs up and in the back you see Garfield there. He winks and thumbs ups you guys and then
Actually, can we wait until an hour before the thing's ready to go? I don't want
like
to get
wait
2
an
hours.
hour until the virus is ready.
Correct. An hour before the
Yeah,
virus.
you can wait. So you're saying like wait an hour and 20?
Yep, and then get here at an hour, at the hour point.
So are you going to wait in the med lab or are you going to wait somewhere else?
No, we'll just wait in the hangar
Oh.
for an hour.
Do
Then
you
we
We'll
just
consider
spend
that
more
a
time. We'll spend more time. We'll get all our stress removed.
well, but my
Uh,
point is that if you're going to wait in the hangar, it's a very large open dark space that you're risking a lot of things potentially stumbling along and attacking you. That's why I'm asking you if you want to just wait in the med lab. That's a secure place that you can lock down.
okay, then we'll do that then.
So, okay, so you guys, because plus, and then you'd be there anyways. You don't have to waste more time
Yep.
getting up. So, okay, so you guys are gonna chill in the med lab with Garfield and John, um, and um, you know,
and 6 working Joes.
yep, and the six working Joes just standing there like fucking statues, um, and yeah, so anybody who has wounds and stress, you recover all of it with that much time has passed. All right, so now what's your plan?
Uh,
Like, what are you going to
so
do
the
first? Are you going to send the
doors
battle droids
are the
in, or
yeah, are the doors still they're
sealed
all
off?
sealed,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So can they handle the doors?
Well, let me put it this way: the Joes have two options for dealing with the doors. The fastest, quote unquote, quietest and quickest option. Well, I already said fast, so I'm just ignore that. Basically, the better option would be to use cutting torches to cut open the doors, but that would require a power roll. Or alternatively, they can do like the Mandalorian, where the Dark Troopers were trying to punch down the door,
Okay.
which
So
wouldn't require any resources, but would be slower and louder.
yeah. So I just thought of something. Hey Evelyn, do we want to do the AI core while we're waiting?
I mean, it
We have an
probably wouldn't
hour.
hurt to do so. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to take over the power core while we're.
Okay. So while you're doing that, so I'll say that in that case, Evelyn, I don't know if you had any stress, but in that case, you would still have that if you're not chilling with.
Well, let's clear her stress
Okay,
because
yeah,
that
that
will
makes
only take
sense.
like
Okay,
10,
okay,
15 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
'cause
So
it
you
only
still.
take because of the banter, it only take like 10 minutes for me
Oh
to get
yeah,
rid of
good
my
point.
stress.
So okay, so you're clear.
Mhm.
So okay. So, all right. So you and Sayad will make your way um to the AI core, the doors. are not locked. And I won't move your tokens, I'll just kind of narrate it. So you open the doors. The mainframe is dark and full of smoke. There are no blinking server lights. Mother's access terminal on deck C sits on a balcony, balcony over the cooling pit. You notice a charred black body is melted into the chair here. A grotesque misshapen deformity that used to be a person. And you notice on the ground there's a partially melted ID card next to the body. And yeah, from the sight of it, you get 1 point of stress.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Okay.
That wasn't what I was expecting to see today.
Do you want to look at the ID card?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Okay, the ID card identifies the guy as Science Officer Clerk.
I'm gonna say something as Tobias again. Well, his other half, because he's been talking
Science
a lot
officer, clerk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in response to what Tobias said, are you saying that while the group is chilling?
Well, after we see this,
We don't
No,
see
no,
it.
no. We don't.
Or
Evelyn
they're-
does.
that's hilarious.
Well, that's
Just
because
the
you
two of
guys
them
wanted
are
to.
going.
Yeah, it was just Evelyn and Sayad.
We're close enough that if they get in trouble,
Well,
they're one round of us getting there. You know what I mean? We're chilling, but we're a big party, and I was hoping they could
well,
sneak
that's
in,
the case.
do it, and not
I would say
trigger
something
everything.
else because I was gonna say something funny, but instead I will say something different. Instead of the fucking evil personality, Tobias would probably reprimand the bad side for what he said earlier to the new individual, and also try to just have small talk. At first, he would say, "Is the new guy there?" That's the first
Yeah,
thing I would ask.
everybody
Yeah, yeah,
everybody
I'm with
except
ya.
for Evelyn and Sayad are in that room.
Got it. Well, then, if that's the case, Tobias would look at you. You can tell he's quite deformed. At least his face is. He would
Or half
say,
of it.
the right side of his face would say, "Hey, sorry about that earlier. Don't mind him. He's just a big, huge piece of shit." As the
No
other half would
problem.
say, "That's coming a lot from you, since I'm the other half of you, you asshole." See what I mean?
Both.
He's a real piece of work.
Hey,
I'll
Cody.
be glad to get to know the both of you.
What, Tom?
Don't.
I do want to add a third person to that group, mainly just so they could give her support die to the hack. Who's our other contact that could support her?
Let's see. You've got the good Dr. Hemlock, who has 2 in contact. That would be Rena. Johnny, I don't think has contact, but I'll still check. He does not. Summer
Evelyn?
has. Evelyn's your hacker. She's the one going.
Okay, Summer. I almost get the two of them.
Summer has 1 point of contact. But I mean,
Yes.
Summer, do you want to
Summer,
go
are
with?
you good going with her?
I believe Rena has 2.
I've got 9.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
If they do get into combat, I don't run up.
Okay. All right. So Summer is going to.
Doesn't Marty have some
9.
contact as well?
Yeah, I've got 9.
Martin.
9?
He's got a total of 9, yes, because he's got what's 4 and contact 5.
Do you want to go instead? That way it gives her 2 guns up there.
I like how we overlooked that.
Martin, Marty, same guy.
It's hilarious.
Is Emily going?
Yeah, Evelyn is
Yeah.
the one that.
Yep, then absolutely.
All right. So do
Okay.
you want to send Martin and Summer, or one or the other?
Just one, because
Okay.
you're probably going to rule that only one other person can manipulate a.
Yeah, I would say only
computer.
one other person could help. So in that case, it would be Martin. I mean, Summer. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Martin is going to go with Sayad and Evelyn.
Ooh.
Okay.
After all, us buddies have to stick together out here.
So,
Crazy
Hmm.
world.
all right.
What was I
So,
saying before?
yeah, as you were saying, finish your thought.
Oh, well, I believed I was gonna get a response from, s- how do you say your name? Well, what's your character's name, actually? Now that I think of it.
Agnes, his Agnes language. But yeah, I said, uh, he says in a joking kind of manner, well, I'm gonna be glad to get to know both of you.
With that, the response would be, if I have my way, I won't be hearing him for much longer. That's the normal one. As the other one says, yeah, feelings mutual, asshole.
I knew a commander like that once. A little less pronounced, but something rings a bell there.
Oh, if my men could see me now,
That
they'd
sucks.
look down upon me. Mm. How long were you in?
I was. I served for 5 years before they got me in this bloody mess.
I served for 10.
Oh, nice. What got
Yep.
what got
Uh,
you
I
out?
was 7.
Well, I was just gonna say as a side note, because I mean, I'm all for RP, but I just don't want to alienate everybody else. Is there much
Okay,
more to
sorry.
this?
Not really. We can go. We can RP more back on the ship and stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm not trying to like completely silence you. I'm just saying, like, I mean, with you two just
It's
talking
fine. I mean, if you want,
compared
you can
to
continue.
like five others who are, you know. Okay, so
Yep,
anyway,
that's
so
fair.
you guys are chit chatting, and um, and I'll say in this case, in part because our newest player doesn't have one, for both of you for that dialogue, I'll, each of you gets a story point. As a reminder, though, you can have no more than 3. Um, just as again, a little compensation for.
Okay. Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay. So while you guys are doing that, so Evelyn, Sayad, and Martin. So you go in. So like I said, if and then Marty, if Martin is going in, you get 1 point of stress as well once you see the incinerated corpse. Um, okay.
So, did we do that? Did we do that?
Did you kill that guy?
Like
No.
earlier in. Okay, so
This is your first time
somebody else
stepping
did.
into this room. Yeah, somebody else burned this guy.
Okay, so great. So we were in this room before, just not in this room.
Yeah. But keep in mind, you
Okay.
don't know when this body was burned.
Yeah, yeah, I'm well aware. Well aware.
Okay.
Okay. Well, not okay, but
Nothing about this is okay. It's a horrible fucking sight, but
Yep.
regardless.
Okay, so to reactivate mother, um there is a you see these in like written instructions. There is a circuit breaker beneath a lock panel at the bottom of the server coolant pit. As in, somebody must dive into the 4 degrees Celsius coolant and make a heavy machinery roll.
say again. Somebody must dive into the what?
4 degrees Celsius coolant and make a heavy machinery roll.
And a stamina roll.
Well, now the good news though, here's the thing: you do have your suits, um, but you are
Okay.
going to need to do an air supply.
Yep. Okay.
So
Shotgun
who's
go.
yeah? So who's gonna go? Because you do need to do a heavy machinery roll.
Yep.
Which
That will
would
be all go down.
okay.
Well,
So
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
so first do the air supply roll.
Okay.
And also,
Yeah,
and while you're doing that, I'll note to everybody else. I don't know if you saw it or if I mentioned it, but well, actually, I did mention it, but again, I don't know if you saw it. In the version 12 update, they actually made it to where you can have story points and XP, so you no longer have to track it in ad hoc.
Oh, nice.
So you can just mark that on your main sheet.
How many story points do we have?
I
they
mean,
have
that's
one or two?
something for you guys to be. According to your description, you have one.
There we go.
So you tally up one. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
again,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure there was a reason for it. I just forgot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know with certainty that I mean, the first story point I gave to everybody is when you did your like Buzz Lightyear scene when you went like blasting off to infinity and beyond from that ship that was overrun by aliens.
Oh.
You all like opened the hangar door, went flying out into space, and I thought that was so funny that I gave you all a story point for it. Because it was funny. But I digress. So let's see. So was this air supply? Okay, so air supply was made to do a heavy machinery roll.
Yep. Make sure everything's.
And in terms of tools, the
applied
lock
properly.
panel, if you have a maintenance jack, that would help.
Yes. Then need to make the cutting torch inactive. Then, yep, that should be everything. Let me make sure the maintenance jack is entered properly.
Make sure you have the one that's a an item, not a weapon.
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Then heavy machinery. Would I get my bonus from intense focus or no?
In the fact that this takes 3 rounds rather than a turn, no.
Okay. I always forget how the
Yeah, it's fine.
stuff works.
This is specifically stated to take 3 rounds, so
Okay.
you wouldn't need to do intense focus. Or
Yep.
wouldn't be able to, I should say. Oh my. Okay, do you want to keep that, or do you want to push it to try to like reduce the time or whatever? I mean, I would advise you that you probably wouldn't really need to because it doesn't take that much time. But I
Okay.
mean, if you
In
want
that
to do
case, I'll
something else,
just
keep it.
I'll push once. I won't push
Okay.
twice.
Okay. Oh my. All right. Well, first roll your panic, but I mean, 4 extra successes. Let's see what can you do with that. Heavy machinery. Well, the only 2 things I can really see being useful would be 2 and 3.
Yeah, I'll choose those.
Okay. So for number 2, for the you got this one, this specific situation is if you need to, you know, like reactivate a mother unit circuit breaker.
Mother unit.
Like
Circuit.
basically, if you had to like reboot like a mother unit from the circuit breaker, you would not need to do heavy machinery for that.
Cool.
And then for half the time, I mean, you know, you do it fast enough to where you're not going to need to do another roll. So.
Awesome.
All right, so, you know, you notice, because I would say that for Martin and Sayad being above the coolant, you see that the lights in the server room activate and the mainframe reboots. So you can now interface with Mother and do what you wish with it.
Good.
Nice.
Perfect.
What
So
what type of mother core is this?
It actually, hold on, from what I'm seeing, does this station specifically say what kind of mother core it has? Because in the section I was just looking at, it just says mother. But I know why you're asking me that, but I'm just trying to figure out which.
Yeah, because I think it was the 9000 model that I had
Yeah,
worked on
it just
before.
keeps saying. Hold on, does it say it on the map? No, it just says mother. So I'm just gonna streamline it and say that you can do so without a roll. Because I don't know what the fuck kind of mother unit it is, and I don't want to waste a bunch of time looking. So sure. Like, and the reason I'm accepting it is because I don't want to potentially invalidate what you did. You know, in case it actually was a 9000 and I just fucking didn't know. So anyway, okay, so you got that. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink. Now, anyway, so you activate Mother. What are you gonna do while you're in the system?
So we were. Oh, my brain, if I can remember correctly. We came up here to reactivate Mother so she would take control of the androids again.
Yeah,
correct?
so basically the androids would be like fully functional now.
Yep. Cool.
So like they
were
can do
there
like
any
more
other
advanced
things?
commands.
Like out
Good
of character,
question.
were there any other things I needed to do? Because I forgot.
Well, I'm not hearing any
What?
suggestions. Well, repeat the question.
I was just asking the table if there were any other things I needed to do besides reactivating the mother unit so that the android would function properly.
Can we transfer to our AI now that we have them up?
That case, I would say that's going to be a contact roll. Which in this case would be, you know, again a -3, but you know, with the diagnostic device, it's going to amount to just a -1.
And is it possible to
assist? Yes.
Are there no? Are there cameras
in the station?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but not accessible from Mother.
Okay.
Like that's something you have to
so
do
she
from
can't
operation.
turn them on or off. It's basically what I'm getting at.
Not from here.
Interesting. Of all the things that, yeah. Okay.
Because keep in
that
mind,
was my
Mother's just an
suggestion.
AI core, not the main control center.
Yeah. So that'd be a ComTech at
-1 total. It would be -3,
if
but you
I
have the
got
diagnostic device.
yeah.
And
then
we have a support though, right?
Yeah, if Martin, if you want to assist, then that gives her a.
Yep.
Okay, so that's just a flat roll. Yep, there you go. So you managed to link the 6 working Joes to the Avalanos' mother unit.
Perfect.
So
we have better control of it.
yeah, so
They
these
won't
androids
access
now
it.
function more, you know, like they function properly and can, like they fully obey your orders and can be, you know, slaved to your ship. So
Okay, and the old boss guy, he doesn't have control of it, right? So he can't command it.
no, he can't.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing. I'm
Because
sure.
basically he told the Joes to obey your commands in his absence, and then once you hacked into Mother, basically you made it to where you are the ultimate authority.
Okay, that's what I
What
wanted
if
to make
Sykes
sure.
was absent forever?
I mean, he will be once you know, because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't want to stick around. He just wants to get out of the system and get to Anchor Point or wherever. So.
Okay.
All right, so you've done that. So the androids now.
What time was the AI shut down? Or how was it shut down, I should say?
So the mother unit was, because I would say with your ComTech, if you want to get like extra information, you can. With one of your stunts, Emily. Hello?
I'm here. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I was just saying, if you want to use, because Horgus asked the question, I was going to say, if you want to use one of your extra stunts to get an extra piece of information, you can.
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
So, basically, when the mother, like the corruption of Mother happened very early on when the Proto Hive overtook Erebos. Because basically once they brought the Heart of Darkness aboard, like you're finding this out with like diagnostic reports. Like the basically Mother was making diagnostic reports at like procedural times, and then it stopped after a certain point, which you deduce was when it was corrupted by the Proto Hive. So this happened very early on. Like the Heart of Darkness was brought aboard the station, and then like within no more than a week, Mother was taken offline.
Is Mother still connected to them? Do we need to shut Mother back down?
The station seemed more interested in disabling Mother, but you have reactivated Mother, so.
Okay, so the station shut it down, not this tech guy.
No, the tech guy didn't shut
Okay.
it down.
Okay. Cool.
Is there any way to figure out what killed the or who killed the tech guy? And don't say burning.
Well, I mean, I would say that from because yes, he was burned, but the situation is such that he was burned by an incinerator unit.
Okay, so it's not like he touched a two nodes of a
Yeah, he didn't fry himself. Somebody else killed him.
Okay. So that okay. Because that means well, I don't know what it means yet. Either we've got somebody walking around, or is there? Can you? Is there? Can Emily ascertain the last commands that were punched in on this terminal here?
With your extra
what the guy was doing when he was incinerated.
Let's see. Does this in this case, he was trying to cross-reference, like, so he had a set. Let me just double check something, because first I gotta wash my hands. Got something on my fingers. But anyway, so this guy was science officer Clark. He was basically trying to um, you know like he was basically trying to compute a set of coordinates that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was basically like, there was a set of decoded coordinates, and he was trying to punch them into Mother to see what was all about, and obviously didn't finish.
Okay. Could we get a copy of those coordinates?
They are unfinished, but yes.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
it's basically like half of a set of coordinates. That I would say that you have absolutely no context of, like, first of all, where it is, but also what the importance of it is. It's like he was basically trying to say, like, he was typing in a command, and then he was killed.
Any papers or anything on the desk that he was putting the numbers in from?
Let me check, because I think that is mentioned somewhere. Where is? Let me just find it for a sec.
Excuse me.
So
Early to be yawning.
So he
Especially if you can hear it.
like he basically there was like you can see there was a piece of paper, but it got caught in the fire. Like like there were little, like I'm blanking on the word, but little like embers or whatever, burnt papers,
Okay.
like kind of in a fire. Like so there was a paper, there was presumably something written on it, but it was torched when the guy got burned.
The whole paper's torched.
Yeah, they're just little burnt, like little tiny flakes of burnt paper.
Okay, so there's no way to get anything off of that.
No.
Okay, then we can move on.
Now I will say this, with your remaining stunt, because you didn't spend it, is there something you want to do with it specifically, or do you want another piece of information?
Yeah, I'll just take another piece of information.
So, what you ascertain about these coordinates is that because space is kind of measured, at least if you've for all the times you've seen the Middle Heavens map, it basically has like north, south, east, and west kind of deal. I mean, it's obviously under different names. Um,
Yeah.
but these like coordinates, um, they from the way they're formatted, they point north. They point spinward. So
Okay,
basically, these
interesting.
these coordinates were pointing at something north of the Middle Heavens. But how far or where it is, or what it is, you don't know.
Okay.
I suppose, like, I imagine we'll probably make our way out there eventually for, like, some kind of job, so I guess just keep our ears to the ground for any rumors or anything. Any scraps of information we can find.
Yep, sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, and I mean, other than that, this is pretty much like this specific lead is pretty much a dead end. So, but yeah,
Yep.
Mother is back in working order, and therefore so are the Joes.
Quite literally a dead end. Most like, like just nods the direction of the guy who's turned to cinder.
Yeah, dead end. Some more dead than others.
Exactly. Dark jokes, gotta love them.
Yep.
I guess he had a burning question.
Badumts.
Nice.
So, okay. So yeah. So you guys finish up business at the Mother Core. So I'm assuming you make your way back to the med lab to report back in.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okie doke.
Alright.
So yeah. So I mean, I'm assuming you go and tell Horgust.
Yep, we'll share everything we learned.
Okay.
And how long do we have?
I would say the whole situation with just to kind of keep things in like hour increments, and also because it makes sense for the amount of time. I would say the amount of time that so hold on, you said you wanted to wait until there was an hour left on the virus being done, yes?
Correct.
So there are 40 minutes between now and both the ship being cut free and the virus being ready for distribution.
Alrighty. The egg where we met the heart dude. That's on H.
You're talking about the Heart of Darkness, the escape pod
Yeah.
that was infected. That is on deck G. That was on the deck that you were most recently at.
Okay.
It's on the polar opposite side of the deck.
Okay. That's right, because it's in the hangar.
Yep.
All right. I'm not chancing it. I don't really care about that coordinates. So we'll just hang out for the 40 the hour. Now, can we torch the doors to open them back up again?
Like melt them down. Like you mean like cutting torch or flamethrower?
Yeah, cutting torch.
Yeah, you can cut them up with a welding torch.
All right. So at the hour mark, we'll go open up both side doors for the Joes. Then we'll
You
back up to the
mean
core
the
room.
med lab and the recovery room?
Yeah. So we will torch this door. Oh, I didn't mean to open it. And this door.
Okay. So you're
And
cutting
this
those
door.
both open. And
Yep.
which door?
Both side doors.
Okay, both
not
side
the middle
doors
door.
from the med lab and recovery. Okay.
Yep. Then we
Um,
will back out to the core room and send 3 Joes per door and have them engage.
So so 3 Joes in the middle and 3 Joes on the other side.
3 on either side. The middle
Okay.
doors are locked still.
Okay,
They're
so
sealed still.
I'll just move one of each, just so I know there's a Joe on there. Like
Yep.
3 Joes on each.
No,
so-
no. The middle doors are locked. This is over here.
But the problem is there is not a door here. If you look closely, there is no door to go through here.
Oh, I keep thinking there's a door.
There is not a
Okay.
door. It's just in the center and on the left.
All right, then we'll just have them go through the one side.
Have them
the
go
double
through.
door shit is stupid.
So have them all go through here?
Yep.
Okay. And you said you're waiting until the virus is ready for distribution and the ship is cut free?
No, we were going to do this an hour ahead.
Well, hold on. What I'm asking you, because I asked this before and it didn't, get, feedback, is so you said you wanted to wait, like you said you wanted to wait while Evelyn and Martin were doing their thing was during the build up to the 1 hour before ready, yes?
Correct. So we're at the hour mark now.
Okay,
before
so you're at the
drug's
okay,
ready.
so they're all done with the mother incident. So the Joes are ready. So you've got an hour before everything else is ready. So all right, so you're sending the Joes through.
What do you guys think? Should we wait until the drug is ready and do the drug and the rescuing Tommy, or do you want to do Tommy now?
No, we did all this so that we had the working Joe's help to free Tommy now.
Okay. I'm
So-
just worried that we
right?
trigger and we cause more problems in the hour till the medicine's ready. That was the only thing I'm
Well, I
We
mean,
will.
because if I may, oh sorry.
We will, knowing how this runs, but
Yeah, I know.
you propose it, we're following it. So now what?
Well, I
Well-
just thought that I'm bringing it up to for what you guys think. I'm good with going now, but my only worry is if we do it now, then we could trigger shit in the next hour versus waiting till the medicine's ready and we can do the medicine at the same time we rescue Tommy.
So we could, but we have how many working Joes now? 6?
6.
And are they armed?
They are all armed with shotguns. Yes.
Okay. Then that is 6 more guns. Lots of guns.
And the drill sergeant's
Then-
plan was pretty much just to
Britain's
send them in
nice.
first, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Ha ha ha!
We're good with that now, yeah.
So, but what I was going to ask is, so in terms of, if you're going in, well, two questions. First one, is somebody giving a cutting torch to the working Joe so they can actually cut down the doors?
No, we are cutting the door down. We're just going to cut the door, then pull out without opening the door. So
Okay.
we're going to torch whatever we put on there to lock. So we couldn't open. So we take that off. And then we
Okay.
pull back and then the Joes go in.
So, okay, are you going to, are you going to weld the doors behind, like basically, for example, this door that's open right now, once the Joes go into the hydroponics garden, are you going to weld that back so that way any aliens can't come rushing in?
You mean out?
Well, yeah. Like, I mean, rushing
No.
into the med lab, but out of the hydroponics garden, yeah, depending on how you look at it.
If you overwatch the area, it
Oh,
might help.
you know what? You bring up another point. We're waiting until the medicine is ready, then we're doing this. Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to lock the door because then we can't engage.
But you're letting the one
So
you
I don't
wanna
want to
survive
cause. Yeah, I
die.
don't want to cause anything happening with the medicine. So we'll wait for the medicine, then we do it at the medicine.
Okay. So, um, yeah. So you guys, yeah, you wait another hour until the virus is ready. Which again, anybody who has any stress, which I believe Evelyn and Martin accrued a point of stress each from seeing the corpse. You guys recover that, and you hear. So a couple things happen within a few minutes time. So the first one is, um, the um, like you basically get actually because I see it going either way. I'm just gonna make it interesting. Roll a d2. So first before like a couple minutes before the virus finishes cultivating, um, you actually get a brief kind of flurry of comm activity first from Delgado and Zavadska, and then from um, Mac on the bridge of the Avalanos, and you hear some cheering in the background for a brief moment. Basically, all of them tell you that like the ship has been cut free, and we're going to like where the Avalanos is, you know, putting some distance, and then the mood changes sharply because you hear a bunch of panic shouting and like some collision noises in the background. This is in sync with the ship or with the station letting out another like guttural roar, which I'm going to say this whole course of action, everybody gets 1 point of stress. And, you know, Mac basically, like, there's a bunch of shouting, and he says, um, Commander, we've got a big problem.
What's the big
Okay.
problem?
He mentions the fact that basically, when the Avalanos broke free, um, the station didn't like that, and it shot out tendrils that grabbed onto the Avalanos and pulled it back in, and it's holding it in place.
Oh, damn it.
Sounds like
Alrighty.
it's time for violence.
Yeah, we will hold still. We're going to put the virus in. We'll see what happens. Send Mike to the hangar. And we will be there shortly. Once we're on ship, then we will use the Avalana's guns to take out those whatever's holding you.
And like you hear indistinguishable chatter in the background. Sounds like Paz, and then Max says like, "Well, with all due respect, Commander, you better make it fast because our FTL drive is spooling up again." Because it says this station wants our ship, and it's not letting it go without a fight.
Yep.
And so with that
We'll be there
address,
soon.
he hangs up the call. And by the time that has that mess has been addressed, you hear like an oven-style ding from a big machine in the med lab, and John has a delighted look, and he ushers you over to see. And he mentions that the virus has been cultivated, and he starts like there are little distribution stations, kind of like, I mean, just basic analogy, broad analogy, like drink, like serve stations at like restaurants and stuff, like where you basically hold a like, I mean, it's obviously sealed, but basically little distribution stations where you can fill up whatever you want to use. So you did say pump action sprays, right?
Yep.
So roll me a d6. Ooh, lucky. So he procured a total of 6 pump action spray canisters, which are all
Okay.
loaded with the virus, so up to 6 people can be carrying one.
All right. All 6 of us will be carrying one.
Okay.
I won't be carrying one. All the rest of the 6.
Okay.
No, I'm 6. There's 6 party members in you, so each of
Okay.
us will have one.
Okay. So you all get the sprays, and what do you do now? Are you going to try to administer it to the hive right away, or are you going to try to go in and rescue Tommy first?
Well, we're gonna do both the same thing. We're gonna get Tommy and spray the. I'm figuring this whole room's
Yep.
coated in it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we
no,
can,
the hydroponic garden is basically the equivalent of the hive in Aliens. Like, it's...
yes. We'll put
Open,
it right there.
spray, and get him out.
Okay. All right, so, as for the working Joes, so are you going to give any of them pump sprays, or just have them armed with their guns?
No, they're just there to shoot and take
Okay.
hits.
Okay. So what I need now is, I'm going to do 2 heavy machinery rolls for Evelyn, to, cut down the doors. So let's see, does she have her, where's her fucking cutting torch? Item, cutting torch. Move the maintenance jack. And then, is anybody going to assist her?
What kind of check was it?
It's heavy machinery.
Okay, I can. Ranged combat?
Heavy machinery.
No, then I can't.
Okay. So, does anybody else? Let me see.
Orgus will go up and
I
assist
can.
them.
What's going on?
Does anybody have at least 1 point of heavy machinery who wants to help Evelyn?
Orgus will.
Heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so Gunny will
So
help
2 points.
Evelyn probably by screaming at her to motivate her to be all she can be. So let's see. Heavy machinery.
Evelyn isn't here. She just lost power.
I know
Oh,
that,
no.
but I'm rolling her as an NPC because she's your.
Oh no, I'm reacting to that just now. I
Yeah.
literally just saw it.
Okay, so. Whoa. And I will say in this case that, as a stunt, she will, in this case, for this overcome chain of sense challenge in the future, because she's not here right now, I'll just temporarily say it's for cutting open these doors, and then she'll do it in half the time. So she gets to work probably because of you shouting at her, like probably going,
I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
Am I in the ballpark?
Yep.
Okay.
And if you could put me in that room.
Okay.
So my plan is to tell the Joes, one of the Joes, to open up the door. I'm gonna throw a flaming grenade in, and then they can follow after that.
Okay.
Agnes would like to be next to Horgest since he has his gun wants to protect him if anything runs up.
All right. So I'll put Agnes there. What I need to do is.
He has the heavy flamer out.
Yep. Okay. So. All right. So the door is unlocked, and looking at like there's a big gust of like humid steam that blasts out into this room. And yeah, the room is very much pretty much still the same. I mean, it's still like converted, infested, overgrown, gross. The cocoons are still there. But what do you want to do? Because I'll also note that in terms of
And Tommy was over here, right?
yes, because I'll say that if you're looking, you actually do see Tommy. Like he's basically, after all this time, he doesn't look. mutated or corrupted at all, but he is like trapped in like a cocoon, and he sees you, like it's kind of clear, and he sees you and starts beating his, hey, help me! And yeah, and as I was saying, I'm gonna divide up the room. Actually, where these lines are that I said the cameras were, I think these actually make pretty good zone borders. So
Yeah, they're equal.
yeah, so it's like this is a zone, this is a zone, this is a zone, etc.
Okay.
I think that's just a simple way to do it. So
So I put the grenade in this zone.
okay, roll the grenade. Okay, and then the 12 dB slash r space 12 dB. Oh
yeah.
my, that's a good one. Okay, so
Whoa.
basically the yeah, so
Everything in
these
there 5 damage. Nice.
yeah, so the room, this area of the room is engulfed in flame. You see these coffins, um, you know, burst into flames, and they burst open. Within are adult, like fully mature, perfected. However, uh, they are on fire. So let me just mark that. So basically, they're like, and you hear their unsettling like screeches of agony, like ringing in your heads as they're like writhing around and burning. Let's see.
Is it too
Foreman.
late to be on Overwatch? Or should I have called it probably?
You said you were covering August. So
Yeah.
I would say that in this case, if you want to take an Overwatch shot on either of these two, hold on, I'm gonna mark up their damage first because I gotta roll their armor anyway. So there's that. I would have made that private, but oh well. Okay, so wow. So this one takes total of
3 and
that.
2, right?
Yes, 3 and 2 for that. So, all right. So one takes 3, the other takes 2. And now for Agnes, if you want to take a shot, then you
He
can.
will. Yep, he will use the flamer. Won't aim. Save an action for block. Yeah, but yeah, you can't. This is Overwatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't. Panic at the first try.
All right. Well, roll your panic.
Yep.
Welcome to this rolling system.
Okay. You do
Okay.
run out of fuel in the tank, but I mean, Gunny had a couple reloads, so. But you do hit. Which one are you firing at? The front one or the rear one?
The front one.
Okay, it's the front one,
The
and
closest
roll
one.
your 12 dB. See how much extra fire damage you do.
I should have DB'd back.
Yeah. So
See how many
no extra
sixes there.
fire, but that's still
No extra.
3 damage.
It's just direct three damage.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so this takes another 3. And so what I'm gonna do is, in this case, so Gunny, would you have had everybody else in this room, or was it just Agnes, you, and the androids?
It's if they want to be in the room. I mean,
Yeah. So for
I didn't really place them, so
yeah. So what I mean for the rest of you, what do you want to do? Do you want to be covering the rear, or do you want to be in the room?
Um.
because if you got long range guns, you could be back here and still shoot from the
Exactly.
No. Okay. I'll be there then.
Yeah. Now I will note that if you're all the way back in the med lab, you can only shoot any like in this zone because you wouldn't have line of sight on the other zones. So just bear that in mind. Okay. So, but what I am going to do, now let's see, is we're going to roll initiative. Is what I'm going to do with these androids, I don't want to fucking roll all 6, so I'll just have these 2, and then the other ones give them a boost. Like assist the roll. So
Minions.
just Yeah, exactly. So, mark you, and then these folks. I'm just adding everybody to the initiative in case you actually want to do anything. So, and then add to that, and corrections androids, and now I just need to add these two perfected.
Those bloody things which have 3 speed.
Well, I think they only have 2. Actually, oh shit, they do have 3. Oh, this
Yeah,
is
they're a bloody nightmare.
yes, they are. So okay. Um, duplicate combatant, duplicate combatant. The good news, these ones are already injured, and they have different levels of injury, so it's easier to tell who's who. That and do that. Okay. And I will roll all. And does anybody want to switch initiative? Well, hold on. I gotta roll for Martin's fast reflexes. Oh wow, you can go from 10 to 2, so let's do that. And yeah, does anybody want to swap initiatives? Because you've got one person before the perfected.
Yep.
The one who can do most damage, probably. If you want to kill him quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Bavoom.
well, Martin, do you want to switch? Summer, do you want to switch?
I don't really care. As long as I'm not dead last, it's fine.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll switch you and Martin, and then you and Johnny, so you can still be pretty first.
Okay.
High up the initiative. Okay, so hold on. So let's see. So swap initiative with Martin. Hold on, what? What the fuck? Why isn't it showing up on the? Hold on. Swap initiative with Summer. There we go. And then I'll swap Summer and Johnny. So swap with Johnny. Oh, hold on, wait.
And
You can
then
also
no,
switch
Oh,
no,
with the
I did.
NPCs.
I know I did it wrong. I know I did it wrong. I will fix that.
no, but no. That's the way you want it. And then Johnny and me. So then
Okay.
I can give Arthur and Summer boosts for their attacks.
Okay. So then I'll swap. Uh,
The Joes, Sayad.
well, hold on. I'm going to swap Gunny and Johnny, so the former can give commands, and then Agnes, I'll switch you with Sayad if you want, so you can
Yep.
kind of go earlier.
Okay.
So swap with Sayad, and then
Johnny and Sahad change out.
okay. So swap initiative with Johnny. You hear Johnny go, "Oh, I'm going last, oh man."
Yes, you always go last. You're the medic.
So okay. So does this look good, everyone?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Begin combat. So we've got Martin first. You see one perfected, like dead center here. And you said you were like in the med lab covering down the hall.
Yep. I'm gonna fire at this guy.
Okie doke.
I haven't moved, so all that I'm gonna do +6.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a lot of damage. You do mag dump. Keep together, very nice. So is that all damage?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do armor piercing. Okay, so it goes down to that, and let's see what this is. Okay, so it's wounded. It regains 1 point of health because you did get it down to nothing. And then hold on, speed
I always
minus
find it
one.
hilarious. I kill it, but it gets one wound back.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. um,
Yep.
so does it? Let me see. Does it lose? It loses the lowest initiative, so I'll remove the bottom slot. Okay, so that was Martin. Very nice. What's wrong?
Yeah. No, nothing.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, so next it's going to be this one, which is going to hold on. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. So this guy is going to move up to. Let's see. So it is going to, given that Gunny is the one that threw the firebomb, is going to go after him. So I'll just move it
Oh
up.
fuck.
So it's going to do an attack. Okay. So roll your armor.
You could block.
That is true. He can. Well, actually, no, he can't because.
No, because I've already used my.
Well, no, no,
No,
no, no,
I
no, no.
haven't gone yet.
But
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
the
thing:
start
is
of
that
the
when you're blocking an attack from an alien creature, you have to have something like to block with. You can't
or
like
something sturdy. Yeah.
yeah, like you have to have like a gun in your hand or like a melee weapon or a shield or something like that.
Yeah. You
Can
can't
I
block
quick
unarmed.
draw? Can I quick draw that as he comes up to me? I mean, I see it
Um,
coming. If he can move up to me, I can quick draw.
but you can only quick draw on your turn.
Right, but I'm blocking out of turn.
Well, you can block out a turn, but you can only take like you can only quick draw on your turn.
All right,
Is my
whatever.
understanding of it. So,
I've got 6 guys in front of me, and he decides to go through them to me.
but you have to remember they are androids, the androids that are with you, and aliens
Yeah, I
tend to
know.
ignore androids.
Whatever.
So,
All
but
right.
you do have your armor, so roll your armor.
Just normal roll, right?
Yeah, no armor piercing. Yep, then look at that, you block the damage.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's a nice number you got there.
Yep, he's got an eco too. Actually, all these guys do. Okay, so, alright, that is the Perfected's turn. And look at that, now it's Gunny's turn. You've got all of your actions.
Alrighty. Was that the one that's already been hit? The one that came into the room with me?
The one that came into the, well, they've both technically been hit, but the one that, hold on, I moved the wrong token. Sorry. The one that is up with you is the one that hasn't been shot yet. I mean, it got lit on fire, but, you know, it's otherwise in better condition than its peer.
Alrighty. And Arthur can see this guy.
Arthur?
Yeah.
You
Both
mean Agnes?
Arthur and Summer. No, I don't know where Arthur and Summer are.
Well,
so...
again, I did ask Summer and everybody else, like, where are you going to be positioned? And only Martin said, I'm going to be here, overwatching into the zone.
Oh, oops. Might have been zoned out when you asked that.
What?
I might have been zoned out when you asked that.
Oh, well, I mean, I did ask it, so.
Fair.
So no, they can't see it?
This guy in the other zone, no. Because, like I said, the only, like, Martin, when he was able to shoot, he was shooting at somebody who was right there, so it was a straight shot. But this one is technically behind the wall and therefore in a blind spot for anybody who's in the med lab. Now, anybody who's in the recovery room can shoot it, but not in the med lab.
But the med lab can shoot the one that's on me.
The med lab can shoot the one on you, yes. Because realistically, it would be more like here, but I don't want to block up the room completely.
Okay.
I
So
just moved it
will
outside
command
so it's
them-
more visible.
So I will command them both to fucking kill this guy since they're not, didn't want to position themselves.
Okay, so you're doing 2 rolls for Arthur and Summer. Now instead of
So-
pushing that, before you push that, do you want to instead use your talent, that one talent that lets you roll manipulation instead? Whichever one's born later.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. There you go.
Ooh.
So who was
All
that
right,
for?
so Arthur
Okay.
gets that.
Boy, I just got manipulated.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Manipulated
2
into.
for Summer. And then can I quick
Manipulation
draw
for
while I'm
one.
doing this?
Yes, because quick draw doesn't require an
Okay.
action. It can only be done on your turn, but it doesn't require an action. So
All right. Well, then I will quick draw my big ass Magnum 44. And that's my
okay.
turn.
All right. So that's Gunny's turn. So Kung Fu Arthur, you've got a +4 mod to kill this thing with whatever means you see fit.
Awesome. Probably not a flamethrower,
Let's move it there after all.
considering, you know.
We lost Tom for a sec, by the way.
Oh.
Where'd he go? But anyway, you do have the +4, so you can still do your roll while we're sorting that out.
+4. Oh boy.
Sorry, I meant to
Alright.
mute with the dog barking and I hit the hang up. I thought it got quiet.
I'm going to sacrifice. Well. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oops. Here we go. If I sacrifice my fast action, I can smack it to death.
But the problem is that you would still need a fast action to move it in the room. Because my understanding is you're in the med lab? Because you would need to move into engaged range to hit it.
Oh, my understanding was that I would be like kind of at the front.
You didn't say it when he won it.
Yeah,
So now
because
you're
I've asked
in
that
the
at least
med hub.
twice and nobody. So in this case, you would have to use a fast action to get into engage range if you were going to hit it.
All right. Still probably gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. Did you add the +4?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna push.
Oh! Oh! Okay.
And
That was
wait.
definitely a good push.
Believe it or not.
You can push
Believe
again.
it or not.
Twice, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, I am gonna have to roll stress.
Shovel spec ops.
Yep.
They really need 2 of us.
Damage.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All of it.
Because the normal armor. That's, yeah.
Yep. And then, yeah, this is pretty much in a different continuity. This would be. So, okay, so 10. So 10 all damage. So that's actually. Hold on. So let's see. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage on this one. Let's roll its armor and see how it does. Okay, it had 2 armor, 2 successes, so 11 minus 2, it took 9 damage from 1 hit. So you brought it down to almost nothing. So, very nice. And now it's Summer's turn, who I think I think I know where this is going.
Yay!
Join me, my apprentice, Arthur says.
One.
Are you gonna push that?
Do I want to push? Why not? Just for like shits and giggles. All
Okay.
damage.
Yep. Okay, so that's a total of. Hold on. So,
This will be the first
3
time
total.
ever I say perfected killed with a shovel.
For this group, it'll probably be the only time you ever see that. But,
Oh no.
let's see.
This
There
is
will
just
be
the
more.
first.
No, I'm talking about like
The
with this
second
group
one.
specifically, rather than the amount of times you've done it.
I guarantee. You know what? That the one in the other room. You know, he's not safe.
Okay, so
Exactly.
this one, unfortunately, yeah. But it does lose a point of initiative, which.
Didn't they already get it? Or did the other one get that?
Well, the other one got it, but
For-
this other one did it too, and now I have the
Okay,
now I have the
okay.
annoying ass challenge of figuring out which one is which. Okay, so this one. Okay, Lucy's the last initiative slot. Remove actor. Okay, so that was so yep, that was Summer. Next is another member of the Perfected, who is going to go after Summer. So it's going to move into this room and attack you.
Uh-oh.
So it's all you most recently wailing on its companion. So let's
Yeah.
see. Attack roll. Oh my.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah, and here's why. If I can reveal to everyone. So make a wits roll
Wait, did you roll your d6?
for the
Oh yeah,
attack.
If you
Yes.
get a 1 and a 3, if you do get a 1 and a 3, you would try to escape and not attack.
yeah, but
At
that's
the
the
start of each
start of the
round.
next round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I noticed
Oh,
that Foundry, with these combined attacks, it rolls both attacks at the same time.
Yes.
When it should be first mesmerize, and the fatal
Well,
kiss will be on its
yeah.
next initiative.
But I think it does that to prevent you from having a roll and then getting the wrong result. It just does that for you like ahead of time. But it won't. The fatal kiss won't matter if Summer succeeds. So Summer,
So, okay.
you get a do a wits roll. Attribute only.
At least I have 5 wits, you know?
Yep. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the fatal kiss is null and void. So, but you do get all the PCs in this zone, which would be Agnes, Gunny, Summer, and Arthur would all get 1 point of stress.
Yep.
So you guys mark that up.
Alright.
Next is going to be this group of androids who sees the Perfected that just like fast motion ran into the room and attacked Summer. These guys are going to shoot it, and like I said, I'll roll like Star Wars minions where they're just going to get a boost to their, like the androids collectively will get a group roll, so +2, and they will aim. Okay, so 2 damage. So let me just see what this guy
Armor
gets.
piercing at least.
Yes, gotta love shotguns. At least when you're not getting shot with them. So oh wow, what the fuck?
Ooh.
So just like in Prometheus, sparks fly off of it, and it like turns with like a deathly glare at the working Joes, and the working Joes are just as ever stoic as ever. Agnes, it's your turn. I will note that you're going to have to use the slow action to reload your incinerator unit because you did
Exactly.
mag dump.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
what do you want to do with your fast action?
I'm gonna have to make a risky play here. I'm going to use my quick action to draw the shotgun, so to switch my weapons.
Oh, so you're going to switch
And
weapons instead of reload?
yeah, because reload is a slow action, and
Yep.
drawing would be a quick. So
Yeah,
I can still shoot. I won't have anything for block, which is risk as hell, but
yeah.
I gotta do it.
Alright.
So shotgun, and I'm gonna normal shoot.
The one on the left or
I'm
the
going.
one on the right?
I'm gonna shoot the one on the left
Okay.
because if I get enough successes, I can swap initiative with it as one of the stunts.
Oh yeah.
If I'm lucky.
Doesn't mean just kill it outright. Very nice. All damage, or are you gonna do a stun?
I'm considering. I'm gonna push it. I have because I want to exchange initiative just in case, and to make sure it's dead. So I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
I lost ammo of that as well, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a total of 4 armor piercing. No. 3 armor piercing damage and a stunt to
Well, let's
exchange
see.
the
Yeah,
one
let's
with it.
see how it does in terms of its crit. 'Cause you are gonna break it. Actually, well,
Can it still exchange with it?
well, hold on. Let me see what's armor. Yeah,
Oh,
you would still. What?
Did I break the one before?
The one that you did the fucking however much damage on?
5 damage. Or was it 6?
These, hold on, so
Both were broken technically with number
yeah.
2 crit.
Yeah,
So they're just
they got the
broken,
crit
okay.
that gives them 1 point of health back, so unfortunate. Okay, so 2 armor, so but that's 1 point of damage got through. Actually, hold on. Yes, 1 point of damage got
3
through.
damage. Okay.
So let's roll crit. No need to swap initiative because it's dead.
Okay.
So,
just so it can be higher up in the turn, but okay, yeah, because I
yeah.
killed it, it's
Yeah.
not functional.
Okay. And then now is the other androids who are going to they're going to take aim and fire at the other perfected. Let's see how they do. All right. They got 2 successes, so 3 damage total because, extra stunt. All right, let's see. So, once again, down to 0. And, well, actually, let me just roll. I keep forgetting to roll its armor because usually the armor doesn't really save it. Yeah, see, even then, 2 armor, so 1 damage gets through, and that's how much it needs. Roll crit. Same exact thing, torn apart.
Nice.
Okay,
Splat.
so they both die. You hear their, unnatural, like, eldritch screams of agony in your heads as they are ripped apart and killed in a volley of gunfire. But kind of like in Aliens, you could say that sort of woke the hive because you see numerous fucking uh, pods bursting open. Because remember how many pods there were in the room? Yeah, all the fucking things have matured. And that note is where we're going to end the session.
Arthur, you got more to shovel kill.
Let's go. Get the little soft spots on the skull.
So, XP wise, everybody will get a base 5. As for, yeah, let's see.
That's already max for me. Wonderful.
I mean, you can spend it on like skills.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Actually, I was probably gonna get talents. Now that I think about
Well,
it.
this is not the time to get talents, but you can upgrade your
Well,
skills.
I mean, I'm gonna save it for talents.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do that, you can. I would say, yeah, and
Yeah, 'cause
XP
if I
wise, like
wanted
if
to,
anybody wants to spend it on skill ranks, you can, but not on talents because you were right smack in the middle of a combat encounter.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I could probably use 5 for like. I can probably get range combat up.
Yeah, remember it caps at 5. So anyway, XP questions wise, so like I said, everybody gets base 5. Did you participate in the game session? Everybody did, so yes. Did you follow your personal agenda?
I believe I did. If you say so, Cody.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Sort of.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Summer. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give that to everybody on our rules. Did you risk your life for your buddy?
No.
Pretty sure I did.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that for Martin. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival, which I don't believe anybody has? Um, so
Out of just fun reasons, I'm probably going to, for the rival, we just put Martin, but in the sense of uh, Agnes is a little jealous how quickly Martin dispatches enemies, so it'll probably be like trying to kill the enemies before he can get to them, just stealing his kills. So yeah, he'll try that.
It's up hand.
Well, that well,
can-
I have a funny story to share on that in a sec. But in terms of finishing the question, so did you make a panic roll? Which I mean, I'll give that to everybody. Um, did you overcome a dangerous event using violent means? Yes. Um, did you make a significant discovery or revelation? Yes. Um, did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? I mean, before anybody says, "Oh, Martin killing," like 4 people at once, like that's the norm for him.
Yeah.
So there's,
What about the amount of successes on the perfected?
yeah, whoever, was it Kung Fu Arthur who had 10?
Yeah.
I mean, Arthur had 10, and then someone got like 6 or something. So
Well, 6 is kind of, I mean, above average, but I'm gonna say 10 is fucking
yeah,
crazy. So Arthur, I'm gonna give you that one.
Yeah, shovel killing that thing is
Yeah.
crazy.
And did you earn any money? No, you have not. So
What
Our
about
10 million is
Hargis?
gonna die right away, so no.
What about Hargis talking down the boss with the Joes?
yeah,
Oh,
now
it's
that you
nice.
mentioned that,
Not
actually,
bad.
I'll actually give you that one because you actually very interesting how things played out. Where initially Wix was sort of an ally and Stykes was like a hostile figure, and then things just immediately flip flopped.
Yeah, because she wanted to die.
I mean, but she was absolutely unhinged, so I mean,
Well, we're glad we found out then and killed her
yeah,
quickly.
yeah, I mean, it was a mercy kill.
Bipolar madness.
So yeah, so I mean, she had like neurological problems, and you killed her. So, um, other than that, any other questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Nope, I'm probably gonna be the XP saving it for when the
Yeah,
time
when
is available
to
for
get
talents.
talents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Other than that, hopefully that was a fun session.
just gonna up
Very
my
nice.
close combat. You know,
Yeah, that's what I did too. I was like, well, this is gonna be a close in fight, I think.
just a little. You know, put it up to 4. Have some fun.
All right,
And then next week
it was
is
Twilight.
Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is our new player playing in that too?
For
As
now, I'm just alien
yeah,
at
but
the
that
moment.
Just
that can definitely
alien.
be negotiated. Discuss further because I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I'll think about it, but I'm not sure I would be able to every Sunday. So the aliens I can manage with time, no problem, no problem. But I'll have to. Is it Sunday at the same time for the
Sunday the
Twilight
same
one?
time every third Sunday as the Twilight 2000 game.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would be able to make those.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted because I'm not sure if I'll get called into work or not.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean that was a pretty intense session. I'm glad we like for once we had the whole party present, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, next week is Twilight 2000, and the potential finale of Star Wars game is later this evening. So
Alrighty. Have fun.
all right. Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
see you guys
Later,
later.
all.